Not bring that.
I'm just hoping my weather app is right
Not
and
bring
that's
that.
supposed to be sunny, like high in the 70s and not rainy. Like, that's perfect.
Oh, it's seven. Are we looking at 70s in the end of the
On
week?
Friday, it says a high of 77 and Saturday 74. Of course, it's a whole week away, so the weatherman might change his mind, but
Yeah, of course. Yeah. There's a I don't know if you checked out the local area yet, but there's a thrift store not too far from the location. So I definitely want to swim by there. You never know what you're gonna find, especially in these locations that are kind of buried away.
yeah.
Ooh.
I definitely want to swim by
Yeah.
the thrift store at some point, probably before the event. Uh, like probably in the morning before Saturday.
Still some dead old ladies vinyl collection. Yeah, that's all me.
Well, I'm always on the hunt for old D&D books and anything that may look cool. And then you never know, because these retro shops in New York that let you buy stuff for Nintendo and GameCubes, they're expensive. But you go to those thrift stores, you might get lucky and find those systems for like $20.
Mm-hmm.
So I always love going to stores like that.
Gotta find those Velcros.
Oh yeah. We are live. Huh? It's slow. All right. Let me get ready to cue the intro. Let me just make sure everybody's here. Before I do that, Phoenix,
Yeah.
Emrat,
Nope.
Lewis,
Hey, hi.
Judith,
Yep.
Dora.
Let's get this bread.
All right, I'm gonna cue the intro. I won't be able to talk, but you guys will be able to. And I'll see you guys in about 30 seconds. Quite a dangerous game, man. All
Noted.
right, sweet. Um, I always forget who's going to do it. Who's gonna pick up sub on the recap?
I got you today.
Sweet, sweet, sweet. Let's hear it.
All right. Last time on The Phantoms of the Past, the rival class has grown significantly stronger in their time away. Every member, with the exception of Creed, has grown in sheer strength. Quill sporting a many-eyed cloak, and Tasha owning that grace and elegance to new levels. And Creed is Creed, but more so the new members in their midst truly spark their stake in the competition this year. An old flame and memory haunts Amrut as the lovely Nikita joins their ranks, responsible for saving the entire squad from the gravesite. And so is brother Dondo, possibly the fastest fauna to have ever existed. They truly were a group to rival our heroes now. Indiscreet, but the mission ahead was set. Another gravesite that our rune warriors were tasked with its destruction, having settled itself in the backyard of Troll City, far to the northwest. Our troop prepares for a dangerous task ahead of them. Sora would spend as much time she could with Dondo, getting a barbecue sauce prank on her sibling that somehow still brought them closer together, almost getting Dondo to admit his appreciation for his little sister. Amrut would have a secret conversation with Nikita, who didn't seem to remember him until his name was mentioned, where she would lash out in a violent outburst before regaining her composure. But truly it was the interrogation with Creed that shed much more light. He had been a mole for the night chapter this entire time. After an experience that would have had Creed needing many replacements of cheap robes, he would be en route's double agent against the night chapter. Meanwhile, Luz's condition has garnered the attention of Mother Nature herself. When and if the mission was successful, he would be summoned to the Grove of Sakura herself, a legendary place that would be a great honor to visit. However, dire news would come for our Judith Plume. The investigation into the night chapter would come with consequences. The death of one of the best undercover journalists, and the true threat of the night chapter being more exposed as a pink-skinned en route was the culprit of the death of Judith's colleague. With Mustapha as the guide and master, the group would venture out on their quest, arriving to the first city, the city of Divine. Along the way, the group would venture to the magic shop that had prepared packages for them all. But the owner of the store, who's yet still hungered for grand adventure, wanted to present gifts to them all. Magical centipede-like gauntlets for Sora, known as centipeaters, an appraiser's eye for Phoenix, an electrifying cobalt dagger for Amrut, a stalwart badger shield for Lewis, and a mystical second fiddle violin for Judith, her old violin going to a young and up-and-coming bard. It was time for the Rune Warriors to get a taste of the coming dark that came for them all within a few months. The Dark Queen Palm, the Night Chapter, the dread aspect of Tyrandrum, Ogobos, and the lasting scars of Metal Rain. Hope burns brightest within the darkest hour, and this troop of heroes shall carry that light forward. May bounds forever reign. Eel anon, fellow watchers.
Thank you. You know what to do.
Yep. All right.
Wait a second. If it's a character perspective, it's always a D2 plus 1, so it's
Oh, then that's 2.
even better.
One side note is that Sora and Phoenix had procured I think, volume 56 or 58, the Metal Rain campaign's dialogue.
53.
53.
I know Marzi. You guys are currently in tavern getting ready to set off. One of the light taverns in the city of Divine. Everyone has questionable choice of outfits, but you can't knock it. It's their culture here. So, with that said, though, here you guys are, and whoever likes to take the floor first may. I'm assuming we're going to pick up the next day after, or if some of you want to touch on the night prior, by all means. And I'm gliding is off just so you guys can see everything. Can you guys hear everything?
Negative.
Nope.
Heard. How's about now?
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah.
All good.
The night before, Phoenix would have definitely been pouring everything she has into them goggles now.
All right, well, let's see that check. Maybe that's all you need.
You want a point of inspiration?
Nah, she'll get it.
All right.
All right, well, you worked tirelessly into the night, but luckily, finally, with some semblance of success, they are your standard perfect.
Phoenix not having like a bag or anything, she's gonna look through the room to see if she can find anything to do like a makeshift package for these things. If she can't find anything, then she'll take the pillow out of the pillowcase and use the pillowcase.
Well, you know, up front, because this is the city of lights and transparency, you can buy a see-through box. You know, it's questionable. Some people don't like it because they can see the gift when you're walking up to them, but low price of a single GP. The paper inside of it is less see-through than the box.
Okay, she'll do that then.
There you go. They threw in a ribbon free of charge. If you so just mark off 1 GP and you've got a nice see-through box with some thin paper. Is it parchment paper you usually get in
Like
gifts?
tissue paper?
Yeah, it's kind of like tissue paper that you put in like gifts. I don't know, whatever it is, people stuff on top to hide stuff. So, yeah.
So I'm not too early in the morning. I think we've been a party long enough now. Phoenix would have an idea of when Sora wakes up. She doesn't want to wake Sora up. She wants to catch her first thing in the morning. She'll come knocking on your door.
Oh. Oh, 1 second. And she slides out of bed real quick. This comes to your door and opens. Phoenix.
She's got her hands behind her back, which is unusual for her. Did I wake you up? I'm sorry. Can I come in?
Yeah, of course. I'm still in my pajamas. Sorry.
Oh, don't worry about it.
She takes a step back, allowing you into the room.
She'll close the door behind her. What you did yesterday for me, I really, really appreciate, and I just wanted to pay back the favor. I notice when we go places, you seem to be in need of light. And I'm really proud of you. You finally remembered that I'm not the one that gives you light. Judith is, but I hope with these you won't need that anymore and our position won't be compromised. And she takes the box out and hands it to you.
Oh, what is this? She opens it.
I hope they fit good. I didn't want to give you bedhead or a strap on your hair, dead inward to hair. I love your style, but they should help you see in the dark.
Sora would pick them up. And what is their design from your flair to it?
Yeah, they are more form-fitted to the face. Kind of like we were saying last time, like pilot's glasses or swim goggles, like the speedy version, but the band is a little bit wider, almost like if you folded a handkerchief to cover somebody's eyes, pin the tail on the donkey or whatever, you cover their eyes, so it's like that thickness, but elastic. Oh, do they have elastic? It would have a buckle probably this time frame. But the colors definitely go with your markings. So it's the dark brown and the red and the gold.
Oh, these are wonderful, Phoenix. Here, I'll try them on. And you would see her unbind the headband she's currently wearing and would set it on the table. For this brief moment, you've actually never seen Sora without her headband. So the minute it comes off, her hair kind of just flicks up as if defying gravity. And on her forehead is a little runic symbol or tattoo for where the rune of light usually settles. And she'd then take your goggles and pull them up to her face and tie it behind her head.
Phoenix is going to blow out any candles, close any shutters. She wants it to be dark in here.
Whoa, I can see so clearly in here.
She holds up her fingers. How many fingers am I holding up?
Are you hiding one behind your back there?
No, not
One.
this time. Good job. Yay, I'm glad. I hope you like them.
Oh, they're going to be so helpful. I was trying to run around in the dark and you guys could see everything. I felt a little silly.
Well, now you are just as good as the rest of us with your dark vision.
You are a great friend, Phoenix. And let me know if you ever have any breakthroughs with your research about metal rain. I am very curious about it myself.
I will. Just remember, there's lots of people that talking about the relics is taboo. I even heard of some small little town where they'll throw you in prison for talking about it. So be careful who you talk to about it. But thank you, Sora, and I will.
Try and direct more towards people who are in it, because from what I have been told and what we've learned, palm was from that era, so maybe if we find enough people that knew her directly, we can get a better idea of what happened to her.
No, I think I'm gonna go through and mark pages where people are like clearly drawn and identified, and then we can start asking around.
Either her or Yvresse, because they are very close now with master and servant. When we get back, I aim to speak to the two headmasters, Jalis and Ducalion, I think his name was.
I'd like that very much. Can we do that together?
Of course.
Cool. All right, I'll let you get dressed. I'll get out of your hair. I just wanted to give those to you. Thank you again.
Thank you, Phoenix. Ilanan, see you for breakfast.
Ilanan.
Amber, what are you doing in your room?
I'm cooking. I'm making potions.
They give potions. That's all I like to hear. How many more of those soul stones you guys got? Or is this more thematic?
I have not been keeping track, to be honest.
I don't have any. I used them up on the goggles.
You could say you're perfecting the ones you already have.
I think we may have gotten some from the shop. Was that not a thing?
No, we got
the
the better kit, yeah.
Oh yeah, the kit.
So I'm just doing stuff for next time, you know.
We might have to go harvest some of those.
All right, so Emerald, you're setting it up. You're testing out the new kit, trying to see. I would say that if you want, since the potions you guys make expire, every day, like after the day they should expire, if you want to try to extend their life, you could do like alchemy checks too, just to get more use out of your tools.
Yeah, there's the greater one, and then there's one I made for Sora, I think. At least she still might have that one.
Mm-hmm.
So I can get that one back and extend those if I need to, because I don't remember how long it's been since then.
Well, we did the 3-month fast forward.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, but we had talked that you made those at the end of the month.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Oh, that's right.
So you they're still fine, but probably when you head into the Primordial, we might need to make shop and get it extended, but we'll see. So Emerald, you're in your room doing that. Lewis, what are you up to?
Lois, for the most part, is just resting inside of his room, laying against the bed, shield, just resting on his knee, and he's just balancing it, taking in the details, all the different battle scars that it would have obtained over the years. And his eyes just soften as his memories go back to the various battles that he had with the Tangled, but just shakes his head and tries to snap out of it. Just need to focus on what's here and now. Just gotta stay focused. And he's just trying to psych himself up, keep a calm mind.
Good. You see the candle in your room is burning brightly. Someone is sending you a message, Lewis. Between the flame. Not the organization, but through the use of said organization. You can accept the message by blowing out the candle, and as the smoke dies, you'll hear the message.
Interesting. Heads over and using his metal hand just snuffs it out.
So the moment you snuff it out, you hear very fast, like they didn't want to pay for more time on the message, so they try to tear through. Hey, it's me. You know who it is. Just ask your mom about me. Just anyways, I want to tell you about your arm. Your arm. Yes, your arm. Make sure you come see me at your earliest convenience so we can work on it really quickly. It's cut off because he wasn't willing to pay more coin.
Lewis kind of just like has a slight smirk on his face. Yeah, sounds like him. Well, something to the to-do list, I suppose.
So, you hear your message about getting a checkup on your arm in the future. You probably wanted to say more, but it is what it is. Judith, what are you doing this morning?
This morning, after a very restful and refreshing night's sleep, she is going to, she would have gotten ready and really early and then just kind of like play around on the fiddle, just trying to like, play it. And like as she's playing it, she's like not confident at all, and it's like, like doing something that she knows that you know how to do, but you don't like doing, but you feel like you should at the same time, and she's just plucking away, nothing, not making a song or nothing like that, just hitting the notes.
Excellent. You would hear her knocking at your door, and then a voice would follow. Rise and shine, ladies, rise and shine. Knocking on each of your doors slowly. You know most of you happen to already be awake. Mr. Farr just gathering you guys up to get ready. 5 minutes, chow time. When you hear him mention chow, you hear him run off because God forbid he gets disturbed before he can eat.
Good morning, Lewis. Hey, everybody.
Morning.
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 It's Judith, when you come in there, day and night, no matter what it is, they got their cloaks on, man. And it's a lot more see-through than this, but we gotta keep it PG, so.
Nice to see you've all showing your genitalia today. Fantastic. Good morning. Good morning.
my.
Looking good. Looking good. Okay. There you go. Keep it up. Not up, literally, but I'll go sit down.
One of them just did a big greasy smile.
Oh my, what kind of inn did we book tonight?
It's not the inn, it's the settlement. We're heavily in the district of religion, which is where we get housed up for free, so. And the people here believe in transparency, and they mean that in every single respect of the word. Telling the truth, showing their bodies. We may not understand it, but for these people, it's normal.
Ah, understood. Man, their god must be very entertained.
Yeah, there's lots of artwork about their gods, and she did not dress like them. I suppose I'm not overly religious, so I shouldn't get involved in that.
Don't knock it till you try it, man.
Don't tell me you're still wearing it. Are you still wearing it?
No.
Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, Judith, you said last night that you just see this stuff in it. Did you actually get comfortable come out in there or no?
Oh God, no.
Now, people, when I'm asking this, I'm not assuming you guys are butt ass naked. You might just be wearing it over your clothes. All right, guys? Jesus.
Yeah, but Amrut went all the way though.
Lol, freaking Amrut. So when you guys are sitting down and getting ready for food, Josephine comes over. Hello, Mr. Farr. Your party ready for the road? We've got meals pre-selected, but they can order whatever they like. Mr. Farr just looks at the table. It's up to you guys.
Ooh, I'm curious what they got for me.
He walks to the back, and it's simple. It's not that they didn't make you some special, massive meal, but for each of you, they just have the standard stock of potatoes, bacon and eggs and bowls, little tiny smash bowls you can have fun with, all of it's mashed up in one. And she puts it on the table in front of each of you. If anyone would like something else, let me know. We also have orange juice. Of course, back in these times, it's always freshly squeezed.
Ooh, taters, my favorite.
Mr. Farr's not talking. There's a reason for that. You just see him, his cheeks are fat right now. He's looking around, praying to God nobody needs anything from him.
You spend too much time worrying about it, it'll happen. Better do it now.
I can have Jenkins guard the door if you want.
He nods and he goes back in and he raises his hands and she brings over a basket of biscuits with light butter melted on them and pops it on the tables.
Are there any like fruits and stuff?
Yeah, you can see behind the counter they've got grapes and bananas. She would bring it if you requested.
Yeah, I'll just keep it over here with that stuff. Thank you very much.
No. Judith, do you want my bananas? I'm not actually much of a fan.
Yeah, sure.
There you
Thanks.
go. Now you should try the dragon turtle fruit from the islands. Now that is a delicacy.
Well, what kind of fruit are they? Like a melon or berry?
It's like a melon and a berry.
That's some kind of wizardry.
Gonna pretend I didn't ask that.
What?
No, nothing. I'll take a banana too.
Oh, you Ooh. Sorry. I'm just really hungry. Anyways, we'll be setting off soon to the Primordial Plains. I hope you're all ready.
I may have almost accidentally gone there when I was trying to find the school, but what is the biggest threat out in the Primordial Plains?
Creatures called dinosaurs. They're almost exclusive to the lands of the Primordial Plains. As for the largest threat, well, it's a creature called a Tarrasque. But there's only one, and even though that thing is gargantuan, the location is far, far vaster. Most people think it's a rumor, that's how rare it's seen.
But you're confirming it's not.
No, it's very real.
Have you seen it?
No, I have not seen it.
What makes you think it's real? Have you seen a photo? Have you seen its footprints? Have you seen its dung or something?
Some of my colleagues have seen it. One of them saw the dunge. They pulled their glasses off their face.
Well, if we see one, we'll be sure to show you when we come back.
I'm going with you to the plains, silly.
So let us hope we keep up that streak of not seeing it.
He points to Sora like a champion smile and yes, he's really excited. Let's not find the large creature whose doo-doo is about the size of this tavern.
Oh shit.
Yes,
That's
oh
insane.
shit indeed. So, if you all are ready to set out soon, then say the word, or you can enjoy your food. And you see that he's got like the rested fat belly right now because he's stuffed up real good.
Are you sure you're not a fire rune?
No, my life would be miserable if I was. I rarely get the chance to truly eat.
Well, if we're ready, let's head out.
Yeah, it's go time for me.
Phoenix is finishing the last little bits out of her bowl.
Excellent. So let's. Out there we occur. All right, so we have to make a travel course to the objective over here. Avoiding Tro City and hopefully most of the dinosaurs of the Primordial Plains, which is the vastest part of this entire continent, is the plains, followed by the desert. And the more we think about it, the more we realize that there's plenty of places for us to live, even though we only choose to live in these major cities. Regardless, we do set out, we grab our bags, tend to ourselves and what we need for the adventure, checking our potions and resources alike. Now it's time to go to the plains. Each of you, that means a survival check. See if you can avoid the worst of what the plains has to offer. However, in the Primordial Plains, there's always something you encounter. Just that wild. This check is really to assess the threat level. Let's go ahead and give good old Misto a check too.
We haven't really seen Mr. Fire in action, have we?
Nope.
Not the
Phoenix is looking forward to this.
He's not the survivalist type. Only adding 60 or total score, but he's very he excels in what he does. Let's go ahead and tally up the total. Oh, I didn't put the 6. 93. We beat it by air. We needed a 90. Each of you are worth 15 to include Mistafar, meaning that the total to avoid a really dangerous threat is a 90. This is your first time tuning in. When we do overland travel, we don't leave it up to just random encounters like 5th edition does. We actually use the skills. Why not survival? So, since each of you are worth 15 for this adventure, meaning that's how dangerous it was to travel, 90 was what you guys needed. 93 is enough for you to get past Troll City, but still encounter a threat along the way. The beaten road was kind to you this time. Now, Flares, I need you to give me a 1d4. Just one of you, whoever would like. That will determine what we encounter on the lesser threat range.
I can give it a go.
Thank you.
1d4.
Okay, not a 1 or a 4. Okay.
All right.
So you guys traveled for what took you guys about 3 days, mind you. It was a day and a half to Divine, 3 days here, so it's been 4.5 days. Your travel was uninterrupted. You've seen a lot of amazing things. Large crowds and herds of animals and beasts. Beautiful wildlife. Now you happen upon a hot spring. Oof. Who doesn't like a hot spring?
Oh, look at that. That looks so comfortable and my feet really hurt.
I mean, do we have the time to stop though, or?
Go the rest at some point.
Just keep an eye out.
Maybe this will be the calm before the storm, before things get too crazy out there.
Hot spring. Finally, a proper break. You see him, he sits down the edge of the water and puts his feet in. And I'm just now seeing that only Mistafar is enjoying the views.
Oh, very nice.
Ooh.
Oh, that's the stuff.
Phoenix, ever suspicious, is going to try to peer through the waters. Is that even possible? Is there so much steam?
Yeah, there's so much steam and like bubbles and other stuff rolling about it. It's always possible, but the DC is very difficult. You can give me a perception or investigation. No, it's really, the water's really wild. Like massive creatures are flocking around inside, but you think it's also just because
Sorry.
What?
Oh, sorry. I was away grabbing a quick sandwich. Could I do that as well, or?
Yeah, sure. So you get to the edge. Well, I'm assuming you're checking the water. Or you're just checking the surround.
I'm taking a photo and then getting close to the. Yeah, I'll check the water.
All right, so you're looking around the water, and you could see it's really difficult, but the shifting shadows are not natural with the sun and the trees how it's lined up. Something's in the water, and it's big, and there's a few somethings. It doesn't take you long to notice, so it looks like 3 smaller shadows are constantly moving through a larger one. Maybe there's a fight happening under the water.
Phoenix, you see that down there?
I'm not quite sure what it is. Is it just vents from beneath and the water is swirling together in mysterious ways?
It looks like there are creatures fighting down there. I don't know.
Any of us naturally born swimmers? Not me.
Oh, hey, Amrut, you swim. As I look
Where do
over
you
to
go?
you, hiding in the bushes.
I'm under shade. This is a tree, right?
Yeah, it's a bush, yeah.
Oh, I'm in a bush.
Well, it's I'd say a small tree, but kind of how these jungle things are. They, if you look, especially on the far right side, they hang over in a way that could hide you. But I wouldn't say it's a full blown tree.
Yeah. What's up?
You wanna take a look and see what's happening in here?
Oh, the water's very hot though.
In the water?
Oh, is it really hot?
It is a hot spring.
Yeah. It's not gonna burn you.
I feel really good on my feet.
What, is there something in the water or?
Yeah, but don't know what it is. Caution.
No, I guess I'll just jump on in.
You think someone here is a proficient in nature? Get out of here.
Oh. This is a really good setting to have that. So you jump into the water, and you get about right here. You could see these. It's kind of difficult, but being deeper under the water, these giant lobster-like creatures are fighting a crocodile, and the crocodile is tearing them apart. And the fight, give me a dexterity saving throw as the crocodile tosses one of the crawfish away. You manage to avoid it as this thing gets tossed and thrown out of the water, crashing onto the land, picking up a little bit of the hot spring. And as it looks around at you guys, well, you look like an easier target. Let's roll initiative.
That thing could feed us for like a week.
Where are you, Amrit?
I was like right here.
He
Hold
kind
on.
of just disappeared.
Yeah, you disappeared. There you go.
I submerged in the water.
So
okay?
I'm gonna reveal other things that are in the initiative track, but only Amrit actually sees them, and they are having a little fight down there. So the joys of being in the Primordial Plains. Phoenix. All you see is this one. The rest of them are still hidden. What you got for me?
Oh, actually, it's me.
Oh, shoot, it's you, Jesus. Oh, you were skipped. Okay.
Oops.
All right. Anyways, JK, Amrit, what are you doing?
How close am I to the croc as far as like depth of the water?
Depth of water, I would say he's about 10 feet beneath you. He's still focused on the crayfish because they're actively assailing him. So that's something to consider too.
Ooh. I don't know the story here. Did we just kill all the wildlife? Ruin the ecosystem?
Maybe if we kill the crayfish and let him eat one, he'll leave us alone.
Well, that one's about to attack you guys anyway, so I'll just. I don't fucking know, dude. I'm gonna
Get the hell out of the water.
That's a good point. Yeah, I'll just do that. So, I'm already like what, 10 feet underwater, and then 10 feet lower is him. Am I understanding that correctly?
Yeah, he's 10 feet below you. Yeah, and as for how far you are under the water, you're about 15 feet underneath. That's what it would have took for you to get a good view, and the water would have cleared up a little bit.
Gotcha. So I will. Let's see. I'm gonna swim up 15 feet.
So you kind of pop out of the steaming hot water. Just in time for you to see the crayfish is looking at your allies with some cray eyes.
Phoenix points to the crayfish. Did you throw that up here?
Yeah, everyone out.
Wow, you have very strong arms.
Yep.
I'm impressed.
Let me get here. Now, actually, hold on. Since I only have like 20 of swim speed, whatever the fuck it is for. I'll just stop there for now. And then I'll cast Hex on the crayfish.
Okay.
And throw my dagger. Now my sheet's not working, so I'm pulling out the the handy dandy Roll20 app. So,
The what? The
I'm
roll
glad
20
you
app.
asked.
There we go.
Not sponsored.
Would like to be.
Yes.
I know.
It's so neat. It opens up pretty slow. Oh, there it is.
Careful, average.
Yeah. They were writing up my sponsorship and they just threw it in the garbage bin.
Okay.
Well, that didn't work.
So, you guys, I never opened up the app, guys. You didn't see that. In fact, I'm pulling it up right now. Opening up the sheet again. Restarting. Because fuck me.
He's testing the Roll20 app's troubleshooting feature.
Yeah. A little bug, okay, you know. I'll just send a review. Let's see here.
There we go. Oh, I
Okay.
forgot you got the Kobold dagger. Oh, yeah, that hits. And hex damage.
Yup. That's a D6.
Oof.
Hey.
Heavy 6.
Then I'll actually have to toggle next time.
13.
Anyway.
Okay.
Given that Judith saw multiple shadows, Phoenix is going to back away from the edge of the water a bit with her crossbow out and take aim at the only thing she can see, which is the giant crayfish. Where? Oh, there it is. It's been a long time since we've had battle. 19 hit.
Yeah, has it been like 2 sessions or just like one whole one?
I think like 2.
Oh. You do 8 damage to it. Hit it.
And she will point at Jenkins and then point at the crayfish, giving him his sign to go get closer. Gotta remember what his speed is. It is different than mine. He's got 5 more feet. So he will position himself between Mustafar and the crayfish, and his action will be to dodge.
Or Lewis.
All right. Lewis just pulls out his sword and shield immediately. Where'd you say those shadows were? As he's referencing toward Judith.
I'll just point in the directions. Like, I don't know how well I can see them, but I'll be like, it looks like they're deep under and maybe on the other side of the pond thing.
Got it.
What did
Across
you
away
see
from
down
water.
there, Amrit?
Down. Very helpful, as you can tell.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Amrit's in the middle of the water. That's his main priority here. He's going to run up onto over here and take. Actually, now I'm going to straight up dash for this for an additional 15 feet, just so we can get within range of Emra in case something happens. Yoti.
When? Sorry.
Oh, looks so delicious. I got be right back, everyone. She's gonna charge away, coming right up on this injured crayfish with all of her movement. With her bonus action, she's going to get up on her staff and then launch her new centimeter covered fist at this creature.
Before you do that, give me a con save.
You got it.
All right, you take half of what I'm about to roll. It's 5 fire damage. So once you get within 5 feet of the creature, and it releases steam from its body, and all around it, everything within 5 feet of it succumbs to this really hot, more steam that spews out onto you, searing away your skin. And I think it immediately connects that the crawfish are the reason why the water here is a hot spring. And that is their rune abilities to spew this 5-foot steam around them defensively as a reaction.
Oh, you... All right. This is the food that fights back.
Not sure its meat is gonna be edible.
And so... Go ahead, sorry.
Well, I was going to say describe the kill.
Yes. Sora comes up to it and blasts her with steam, but then her centipede-covered fist comes out of the steam, striking it across the face and back into the water. Ah! Careful when you're getting close to it, it's very hot. EOT.
The crocodile spews forward, swimming swiftly to attack. A bite in the tail, clattering against the enemy. 30 piercing on one bite, 7 bludgeoning on the tail slap. Immediately teaching the crayfish that it's maybe their territory, but nature's gotta be nature and he's hungry. Judith.
Okay, and we can't see the giant crocodile and crayfish.
You would see this crawfish when he bites into him, lift him closer to the surface. They're about 5 feet under now. You can vaguely see the crocodile, enough to probably think it's a crocodile, but probably impressed because they're not usually this big. They're smaller usually. So I would say you can vaguely see them.
Okay, I gotta come clean. That was that thing.
No
Okay,
shit, Sherlock.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna come over here, crouch down on the ground, and take a nature photo of this action. Get some good splashing going on. And I'm like, this is amazing.
Yeah, you would. By the way, you would catch its nose peeking out and its teeth sunk into the crayfish. So you have the upper mouth of the crocodile out of the water holding the crayfish, and then you get the vague image of the creature beneath. It's very mysterious. These photos, I don't know if you sell them, but goddamn, this is a work of art.
I want to make sure that I have that, and then also, like, you know, I have the allies in the background fighting and looking in on the action. Okay. Bonus action, I'm going to give someone a thumbs up, and we're going to keep moving.
Oh, freaking Jake. Oh, sneak into initiative, that bastard.
One of these days.
This crawfish immediately runs over here and starts slamming his claw down on it. Making 2 attacks against the giant crocodile. Both of which are hitting. 13 damage onto the big boy. and they equally have the crocodile grappled as they're just fighting it off. Mr. looks into the water. Well, people, are we going to pick a side, or is it everyone going under?
I ain't going in there.
It hurts.
Yeah, I may want to keep our distance and let it kind of handle itself.
We're gonna let nature play out here, folks.
Is that thing nature?
He nods.
We took care of the one trying to attack us. I feel like it's only right to let it take its course from here.
I see. I guess I'll soften up the one on the left side, but I won't take a kill away from it. And he shoots one. $13 is enough to hit these bad boys, is it? Oh, sure. Actually, it's not enough. They have the crayfish have more armor class than the crocodile. They got 15. Wow. He does like a half shot. Shoots and spews through the water, screaming. But you don't think he's putting in too much effort for watching this play out. Speaking of playing out, 2 more claws come smack against the crocodile. Both of them connect. Yeah, you see him. He busts out the gun. Let me drop his artwork too. His artwork, he's holding a gun.
Really?
Yeah, he's got a gun in the shoe.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! Huh.
He's like a wizard from like shoulders up. That's crazy.
Yeah, well, I thought it was almost.
Low. Anyways, they smacked the crocodile twice, and the crocodile's starting to really feel the pain set in, but who knows? Emra.
I'm out the pool. All right, let's go.
But don't you want to help me get this crayfish?
Speaking of that, as a bonus action, I'll move. Well, I would say I move my hex to one of you guys, but that won't work anyway. Nah. He's not doing shit else. Let's just go.
Okay.
Judith, you coming?
Yeah. Sure.
Phoenix has her crossbow pointed at the portion of water that's been splashing and full of commotion, and she's just holding her action for if something starts to look like it's coming towards one of us instead of busying itself in the water. And Jenkins will make his way over to her just to make sure nothing gets that way.
Heard. Lewis.
All right. Agreeing with Emra and just like giving him a nod that it's probably not a good idea to stick around too long. He just positions himself a little bit closer toward Judith in case something happens. In case we need it, and just readies his sword basically, keeping an eye out on the thing.
Sora.
Well, the ever curious monkey. Is there, from a quick glance, is there anything it looks like Sora can collect from this crayfish?
At a glance, no.
Okay.
You have to cut it up and carve it. It's just a big animal, but it has a hard shell, so.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at, really. But we want to back off, so Sora will listen to Amrut. She'll dismount from the staff and just move a bit behind him. All right. Amrut, you win. No steamed crayfish for Sora.
I don't give a shit about that.
The giant crocodile is going to use its own rune feature, which is drill dive, and you guys see it spit out of the water, just goes flying out of the water. And they're doing what crocodiles do in real life. They do what's called a death roll, but this is way more dramatic, like a drill just spinning and spiraling in the air as it spins to death one of the crayfish. It leaped about 20 feet above the water before splashing back down. Now it's like raining softly on you guys for like half a second.
Whoa. That looked like a wind move.
Back to a wind rune now. And Judith, we could drop initiative here soon if we don't get involved, and assuming that the crocodile doesn't come for us.
Yep, I will start moving back after I take another photo. 15, 20, 25.
If you're going to use your action to take a photo, I would say that you caught the jump, the spin jump in the air if you want.
Oh, hell yeah. Then let me move back here real quick. I'll take a quick screenshot. Okay, great. I'm gonna say I start walking over to everybody, and I have like some of the water is like splashed on me, so I'm like a little wet 'cause I got close to the thing. Like, this place is exhilarating. Woo!
You were in the wet zone.
You know, if you want to get a piece of that, you can just take my knife.
A piece of what?
Of the crayfish. Oh, she's talking to sword.
Oh.
Oh shit! My knife.
Yeah, you threw it into it. You need to go get it.
Fuck.
Battle continues. The crawfish releases some of its steam. Mr. just is dodging and watching the fight. He's quite interested in it. After the round is up, are we settled on letting them play out, getting our stuff and leaving? Because then I'll just drop us instead of waste time.
Yeah, Phoenix votes for that.
Yeah, I vote for that too.
And did we try to pull the crayfish with us as a team, or we didn't want to risk the crocodile coming after us?
I think I just got my knife.
Okay.
Or
Well, if you want to get it, we can get it. Doesn't matter to me.
Not worth contending with nature, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, that thing is huge.
I'll pull the knife out. Shit, it's stuck. And he runs out.
in the distance, you could see it drag the other two to the surface. For good measure, it puts its mouth on the tail end of each crayfish, uses its final use of its sky drills. It flies in the air, spinning them crazy before coming back down. As you guys
has the little pond here, has it stopped steaming?
It hasn't stopped steaming, but it's nowhere near as hot as it was before. Now you think that it's in a cooling state, that eventually it won't be bubbly or hot anymore. The crawfish was certainly preserving it, but it's still hot and bubbling a little bit.
All right, I have got to learn how to do that move. I've just got to practice. Okay, I'm ready to go.
Be something new to teach your brother.
I gotta name it the Flying Crocodile Punch.
Lewis, can you do that to the water?
Not a bad idea. Never really thought about it. At the moment, I don't think I can exactly get my arm hot enough, but maybe with a bit of practice.
You could have your own hot baths wherever you go.
Now, wouldn't that be something?
It'd be
You
good
can
for your joints.
You can actually probably charge for it too. I mean, out here, I make a decent little living. People will come from far and wide just to come to Lewis's hot bath. Just thinking about your retirement plan, that's all.
Wouldn't that require him to be in the tub, though?
At all times, yeah.
It's just the extra perk.
Exactly.
Maybe
like-
for some people.
Come on, take a dip.
Water's nice and warm.
my gosh.
All right. Where we heading to next?
Onward, friends.
All right, cool. So we're back on the open land. We've managed to come over one of the minor obstacles here, which was luckily we weren't the prime target. Back on the world map, we are traversing further down towards our destination. It's for everybody. That's another survival check. Hopefully, we get another easier encounter.
Yo, no.
Oh, I thought that was me.
So I got it.
Nice.
Hey,
There we go.
Oh shit.
you motherfucker.
Well, I feel like I should roll really well now, so I'll
Well.
spend an inspiration point.
2 ones.
I don't know that.
Okay. We're still fucked probably, but okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're quite a bit
Yeah,
off.
we're still fucked. This so far only got 10, and then we have 2 natural ones. Remember, each of you are worth 15. We need to get a 90 or higher. With that says, need another D4. This time it's on a different spectrum.
Not it.
Well, this is a disaster, so I'll do it. Don't worry. Boom. Look at that.
We'll be real quick.
There we go.
Well, okay, just copy it. All right, so let's see here. We're looking at 7, 8. You guys got. Ooh.
We found a buried treasure.
Ooh. You guys are forced to this path when the alternatives are far worse. As you come up on what you come up on, you can see large nests, eggs in them. Problem is, the moment you get into the area, hidden among the eggs are about a half a dozen sunset raptors, your fire room raptor, and we are spewed into yet another conflict.
God, I hate nature.
Wow, I never thought I'd hear them say it.
I mean, that's what the roll told me, so.
Emra, we're out of the fire. What is it? No, what is it? Out of the pan. What's the saying?
Out of the pan and into the fire.
There we go. We're out of the pan, but into the fire. Emra, you get to go first as these lovely little sunset fire raptors are about to try to tear you a new one.
Awesome. I'm blind.
Yes.
Yep.
God.
Yep.
You know what? I gotta go into the Roll20 general game settings because the old dynamic lighting is procced if I do not activate the new lighting. I need to change that.
Oh.
Anyways, here's another beautiful, beautiful map. I found some excellent Primordial Plain map.
These are pretty dope, yeah.
They are
Okay.
pretty sick.
Okay, real quick question. Are them eggs bigger than Phoenix?
Those eggs are huge. Yes, I would say that they're probably about the size of Jenkins. So you might be taller than them, but they're still a bit more bulkier.
Boy.
So without spoiling what's in those eggs, fun fact: most dinosaurs laid eggs, even things that we would expect to be more mammal-like and lay just regular babies. Yeah.
Okay. What the fuck am I gonna do? Cloud these motherfuckers. I'll cast my second and I think my only other spell left for Hex again. On you!
Or also, you should know that the raptors here you wouldn't equate to being the proper creature that spawn from the eggs. No, they're invading and cracking and eating these eggs.
Oh! Which means we're gonna get blamed for that whenever the mama shows up. Okay. Let's go ahead and clean it up then. Here we go. I'm using my sword.
When you get close, it kind of blinds you with its tail. That feature of its being fire is what you thought it was. A lot of people think that it's Judith, but they are light rune. And the reflection on its tail attempts to blind you. I need you have 2 options here. You can avert your gaze and take disadvantage for it. Or you can attempt to power through and possibly suffer from nothing. So do you want to look at it so you can potentially not have disadvantage, or are you willing to take disadvantage? You think that the obvious thing is it will blind you?
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of that guy, so I'm gonna go ahead and get disadvantaged.
All right, it's a con save to endure the blinding light.
I'll take that. Let's see. Disadvantage on what did I say? Let's use the scimitar. Whee! Okay.
Wait, are you averting your gaze?
I did, yeah.
Oh, I don't know why I thought you were looking right into it. So anyways, yeah, you go to swing your blade, but now looking at them in the light, kind of reflecting off of your steel, you're still kind of having a hard time striking them.
Probably gonna look next time.
The raptor in the bag just gets up on here, and he's like shouting at the others. And you think that he's giving them orders of some kind. You do see that it stays back on that, whereas the minions under it full on charge ahead. This one makes it to you, and he gets to you, but also behind you, Amrit, and starts to try to bite at you. Another effect of averting your gaze is they do get advantage.
Shit.
But you're not looking try to bite you. Which is troublesome because I did just critically hit you with the first one.
Okay.
Oh.
And then the second attack is a 19. So for the first attack, you are taking 6, 8 matching. 9 plus 8 math is hard. What's that? Yeah, 17 and then 3 more damage. A total of 20 damage. Jesus. Total of 20. So so you avert your gaze, and the first one is light, its tail starts blinding you. You don't want to be blinded for X amount of time. But while you're averting your gaze, the second one runs up, and the moment he enters your vision, it's too late. You just see a set of teeth coming at you, followed by a claw running down your chest. Jenkins! Mr. Farr immediately pulls out both of his guns this time and just starts hailing on them. And this time he lands true, killing one with ease. First attack wasn't enough, so you know that they're not the most flimsiest creatures. Second attack, however, was overkill. As the Sunset Raptor's sun sets, Issafar blows the smoke in his gun and says, "Be careful, Amber."
No shit.
Sora.
All right. Sora watches as Amrut is having trouble tangling with that one and seeing the sheer amount of them that seem ready to pounce. She's going to try and grab some of their attention. She's going to run up to that one. She will not avert her gaze.
Con save it that flashes you with its tail.
And in response, her hair begins to glow. I do have advantage against this save, I think.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, you get the light room back.
All right. We'll see.
Wow, you needed a 12 too. That light room came in clutch. Take your turn, buddy.
All right. And we'll launch one of her fists with the centimeters
That hits.
for 8 piercing. And then I will spend a key point as I just smack it across the face to do patient defense. And beckon the rest of them, let's do this.
It starts running. Yes, that's my chair shaking because I started running in my chair. You heard immersion. So with that said, it gets behind you. They do seem to be rather impactful. It bites and claws at you at disadvantage, or in this case, a flat roll. 12 and a 10 will miss you. Luckily, you dodge, or it would have been a 3 on one of those. So they just jump and then try to slice at you. Yes. This one already being in front of you attempts to do the same thing, bite and a claw. Fortunately, this time both of them are going to strike you, but luckily it was a vortex. For a total of 18 as they their teeth into your legs and a claw into your belly. Raptors in Primordial Plains are quite dangerous, especially since you guys think there was some fault in your tracking of the terrain. With that said, this one leaps high over here, and with its movement and difficult terrain, makes it all the way to Phoenix at 50 freaking speed. Phoenix You've got a big boy. Oh, you guys are a little bit. It gets right in your face, Phoenix, and attempts to bite at you. It doesn't seem to want to go for Jenkins because Jenkins looks too. Looks like a piece of metal and they don't want to bite metal.
That's good, but Jenkins is going to try to deflect his attacks to try to put his metal arm in the way anyway.
Excelente. So you give him disadvantage on their first attack, trying to get into a 6. Then how about a 15 on the second?
That hits.
Well, don't worry. The claw is not as bad as the bite. Yeah, it's not as bad. So you get hit for the claw for 10 slashing as they rake their claws across your stomach. It kind of dances around you, sizing you up, using its superior movement to literally just check around you. Just trying to see what your worth is, Amrut. They were hoping for an easy meal today with the eggs, but unfortunately they got a much harder meal. And it goes in for that slice and dice. And the stream as my witness in his holy name, Jesus, Amrut is being crit again.
Alrighty.
Oh no.
Sweet baby Jesus. That's gonna hurt. Luckily, Mr. Farr, he didn't pop the gun on the first round, but he will pop it on the second round. Once you get hit for the first attack and the second, Mr. Farr is going to use his Shatter Rune ability, a superior version of puppetry, in order to move your body in a way that makes you resistant to the second attack. You can think of Uncanny Dodge. So the first attack is 5 damage, the second attack is 8, 17. 8 damage, so took a total of 13. It would have been 21, but Mr. Farr reduced the damage. When Mr. Farr uses his puppetry version, you are able to relocate anywhere within 15 feet of Mr. Farr. Technically, it's his choice, but he would place you where you want, so choose to place it within 15 feet of him.
Don't do that again.
He just has a smirk on his face. Now, how would I look to the school and the academy if my students wind up dead before we got to the burial site?
Don't care. My
Wow.
body's mine.
When he said it to him, he smiles and lays down fire thematically downrange. The creature's like dodging his bullets, and with the rest of its moving 50 feet and advancing to shoot if you're up.
You said the one up top there is like commanding them?
Yeah, he's definitely commanding them.
Okay. Then I am going to I'll move over here 5, 10, 15 away from that thing that's attacking Phoenix. Great. I'm gonna I kind of like grab my quill and I kind of like lick the end like, okay, and let's begin your bedtime story. And as I say that, I'm gonna cast Sleep on the Sunset Raptor. Shit.
Yeah, shit is all right. It just looks at you and blinks as your spell dissipates and it's fine.
That was a low roll. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, oh, damn, you better knock this mofo out.
All right. Bonus action. I'm going to look to Lewis and say, all right, old man, do what you do best and hit something as hard as you can, and I will bardic inspiration you.
Sounds good.
And then that is a EOT.
Lewis.
All right. Lewis, seeing both Amrut and Sora in just really bad conditions, just allows his instincts to take over and circles around this raptor as he just flips his blade to a backhand position and just stabs back at the sunstep raptor behind him. We haven't seen this thing's AC yet, so I'm going to hold off on Master's Guidance.
It's really nimble, so when you go to do your backstab, it just immediately lifts up its tail, which, by the way, we should resolve. Did you avert your gaze, by the way?
Good point. Yeah, I would have just stared directly at it. So
Give me that con save, because averting does give the enemy advantage against you. This makes.
got it.
Let's see if you get blinded or not. Oof. So in
Oh,
any
God.
case, you are blinded, unless you want to commit your bardic. Maybe you get over the DC of this.
Yeah, probably a good idea to use the bardic for this.
You were
How
sure
much
you
is the
know the
bardic
DC is
performance?
12, so.
D6. Hence the
Got
gift.
Oof.
Okay, yeah, we're good.
You are not blinded. So your attack hits the floor. The Sunset Raptor evades if it's flashy tip.
Got it. And yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Lewis is gonna break opportunity range just to try to get the attention of the other two raptors.
Tries to bite you on your ankle, but since you did not avert your gaze from it, does not have advantage. 11 missed.
Got it. And he just like bangs on his shield to try to make enough noise to hopefully attract the other two away from Sora. Yote?
Okay, question, Falcon, because I'm slow. When this guy moved in, I was like, Jake is gonna use his reaction, and I forget about my reaction until after it's hit. Can I still use my reaction now to have my shadows try to push this thing away from me?
Oh, your own puppetry?
Puppetry.
You remember how much damage you took?
Well, I was at full health before, so I took 10.
Okay, you have. Yeah, we can resolve puppetry once you get next to it.
Okay, cool.
This one used literally all of its movement to reach you, so puppetry might mean it reaches you.
Well, I'm okay if he still hit me. I'm just trying to get him away from me.
Okay. What are your strength save? Okay. Oof, it gets to 16. You don't think they're really strong. You think you just got lucky.
Gotcha. Okay, so Jenkins is going to take his swing at this thing first, trying to protect his Mika.
That hits. Their armor class is exactly 13 now that you've gotten exact. Oh, wait. Let me just make sure about something.
Yeah,
I mean,
Jenkins needs to make the...
Jenkins, well, I was wondering if they rely on a conventional sight, but Jenkins just has normal vision like the rest of us, right? No blind side or alternatives.
Oh, yeah, no, none of that.
All right, so if he relies on normal sight, then yeah, I need him to either choose to avert his gaze or try to strong through the blaze.
He's not going to avert.
Okay, give me a con save when it's on the DC. Oof. You know what? I will say because he's a construct, I'll give you advantage. I know balance-wise 5e, they don't want to just make you a straight-up have all the benefits of a construct. So I'll say he resisted because he doesn't actually have regular eyeballs. He's mechanical.
Q. Phoenix, however, would avert her gaze. And she's going to disengage and move south. Can I move like 30 feet off map?
Yep. So once you get to the edge, you just count. Do you move 30 feet or 25?
Oh, sorry. So it'll be 20 feet off the map because 25 is my speed and I moved 5 to
Yeah, I couldn't
there.
remember if it was only halflings and gnomes. I couldn't. So you get 20 feet off the map. We can take a note. I'm just going to put a 2 on you. Represent the feet. Oh, wait, there's a foot symbol there.
Cool. She used her action to disengage, bonus action to tell Jenkins what to do, so EOT.
Nice. And right, you're huffing and puffing, and the vines of the shadowy puppetry leave your body.
Awesome. I'm going to drink that potion I got. And then I'm going to use Rhyme Spear.
Yeah.
Here we go! Oh, and actually, I'm taking Hex off because actually I don't have Hex. I looked it up because I was like, do I have 3 spell slots or 2? I actually have 1. So let
Wow.
me sit the fuck down and take that off. So yeah, let me just roll Rhyme Spear real quick.
Yeah, you're gonna finish off Sora, or
We'll see. You know, that's that's totally up to you. Or Mistafar, fuck it. Here we go. Boom.
Wow, this is your second time using it. Both times you only hit because of the 2 AC reduction, because it's 13 armor class, but it's 11 for the purpose of Rhyme Spear. Wow.
Hell yeah.
Talk about getting use out of its niche side. Yeah, you just exploded for 15 damage, and it immediately goes from full health to around half hit points as you. This is the first time you're using it on your own. How would you say it looks for you?
Would it still be like bloody, or would it be just normal water this
Good.
time?
I want you to walk me through it. It could still be bloody, but still cold based. It's up to you.
I'll say this time it's bloody this time. He's upset, he's hurt, so it's a little toxic this time. So yeah, it's like a frozen spherical, like almost like a ball of ice, of like red, kind of pinkish ice that just slams into the raptor. Yeah.
Well, it certainly sent the message as you see its mouth drop open like this.
Whoa!
Holy shit!
All right. Then let me roll that potion too.
The leader of Gok's commands. You think he's motioning for a retreat if one of you guys don't get killed this round. You see they're debating on running. But as they are debating on running, let's go ahead and do something cool because we are in the Primordial Plains. Unsuspecting advantage. You see that the Sunset Raptor gets stomped on. It doesn't die, but it's severely injured from its 27 hit points from its 29 otherwise hit points. And it's on the floor being crunched under the parents of the eggs that returned.
Oh my.
And yes, these creatures do lay eggs when they were allowed. So as it stomps on the Sunset Raptor, it does the face thing again because I love when artwork is artwork. And the leader is just getting crushed. It's amazing it survived the blow. Let's throw the big boy into initiative. He doesn't know you guys are friendly yet, so if you have any way to communicate with this creature, I tell you, 27 was its average damage. That was not a high roll.
That's my entire hit die roll. Hits points.
This one's dead. Mr. Farr goes, uh-oh, mother's home. No, you don't. None of you speak Terran by chance. You remember on Elder, if you could talk to Beast, if you share their rune and stuff like that. We don't have an Earth rune, so the next best thing is, do you speak Terran, which is the thing they speak.
Wrong character for that one.
Negative.
Yikes!
Not yet.
Animal handling. Lol. Mr. Farr is going to try to finish off this creature since he's in close range of him. Mr. Farr shows off the fact that got that gunslinger goodness. He does not have disadvantage on range attacks and melee. Shoots 2 more times. First attack misses. That's okay because the second attack misses, but that's okay because the first attack killed it anyways. He shoots it and then he rolls back to these eggs and he's catching his breath and he looks at the egg and he goes, maybe I shouldn't have gotten that. And you guys hear the floor shaking, and Phoenix, where you are, directly 5 feet behind you, is another one of the creatures as they come in from both sides. Is looking at you and it's winding up its tail.
Even though she knows this thing can't understand her, she can't help herself to try to explain it. So she is saying, we are not here to hurt you, we are trying to help you. And she points to her crossbow and she points to the stupid raptor that's on the other side of Jenkins.
Give me animal handling in place of essentially like you're doing the performance, but we need to see your animal handling. Okay. You don't think it fully understands you, but it's lowering its tail. It does not mean that you won't get stomped on its turn, but it's trying to figure out what you're saying.
Yeah.
Nora.
Sora, seeing the parents return home and these 2 raptors next to her, she sees an opportunity to earn some trust. So she whirls up her staff as electricity begins arcing off of her. She can choose her targets with her thunder leap. So you see her slam her staff down on these, and these two raptors surrounding her and the eggs will now suffer the thunder leap saving throw as she launches herself back.
Now, before you do that, would you do it if you know you were going to destroy the eggs?
I can choose my targets.
Oh, thank God. I was like, yo, this is TPK.
Each creature of my choice.
Thank God, thank God. I didn't read the full text, sorry.
Yeah, no, I would not have done it if that was the case. So they would see that Sora jumps away from these two creatures that are surrounding her in the eggs, and they would take the thunderous damage to it. And
It's a save? A con save? Okay.
yep, con save for 10 thunder.
The top one gets a 16, the bottom one gets an 8.
Okay, bottom one gets hit with that 10 thunder, and as Sora lands there, she is landing in a charging position where that blue electricity around her begins to shift in color and turn gold as she'll go from her bonus action Thunder Leap into her main action Radiant Brilliant Beam to get some hit points back.
Nice.
I know they're probably resistant, but that's not the point.
Oh, 100%.
I'm gonna blast the one that failed.
That hits. 13 is the armor class.
For 2, and then I'll heal a bit. 6. Second shot.
That hits.
One.
Same target or the other one?
The same, just going all in on the same one.
Bird.
And then I'll heal again.
Oh shit, I'm doing too much.
Wow, I'm doing really well. And then last one. And which will go shooting off into the distance, but that was the point.
Hold up.
Injured. Go ahead.
As you kind of shoot off the beam, and it kind of looks like it might be a little bit off trajectory. Lewis just scrapes his blade against the ground, kicking up a little bit of dust and causing the beam to defuse slightly. Aaron's excellence. Reroll.
All right.
Worth the shot.
You got it. My eyes. My eyes, Lewis.
Sorry about that.
And she will back off for now. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Next to Mr. Farr. End turn.
All right, the Brontosaurus is going to finish off, or attempt to at least, reach underneath its foot. Zombie on it now that it's prone and completely demolished. Then it lunges forward, looking at all of you. Not sure what it's going to do yet, knowing it's going to do. And it looks at the babies that are the eggs that are cracked and destroyed, and it does look rather upset, and it starts wailing. The noise they make is kind of more akin to a wail in that sense, as it just kind of moans for its lost children. This raptor is going to dash. It is going to be, let's see how far. It's going to be 25 feet off the map, and then with a dash, it is going to be 75 feet off the map. One might have escaped. I'll put a symbol on it just in case you try to get it, but pretty freaking. This one is going to follow and sue. They're not trying to fight the Brontosaurus. 35 feet, 15 feet off, and then another 50. 65 feet off the map. Okay. This one feels like it doesn't have an opportunity to retreat. Remember, this Bronto's actually much further back. It doesn't seem many opportunities to attack, to retreat. So it's going to attack Jenkins and then probably use its normal movement to get away. Jenkins got 2 attacks coming his way. Did Jenkins get blinded? Did he fail his check?
You said he passed because he's a construct.
Okay, yeah, I couldn't remember. Okay, so he's not blinded. Both attacks miss, and then he's gonna run off towards his allies.
Opportunity attack.
Absolutely. Getting 10 feet off the map. Jenkins hits him. 10-4, smacking him real good in his hiney as he runs away.
Just because she's trying to... Oh, wait a minute, it's not her turn. Never mind.
The opportunity attack. But anyways, the Brontosaurus looks down at you, and I will give you one more, only because there is a really massive language barrier. We have to consider the creature's emotion, seeing that their baby eggs are dead and destroyed. One more animal handling check, very important to see whether this thing's going to stomp you next.
Could I do it?
Could you do it for her? Are you proficient?
Yes.
Give me a reaction and sure.
Okay, I will use my reaction, seeing the Brontosaurus come up on, looks like Phoenix and Amrut. So, Sora takes her staff and puts it and drops it to the ground, holds her hands out, and says in a very gentle tone, "I am very sorry. We could not get here in time, but we saved as many as we could. It is okay. It was okay." And she just kind of makes herself look small and just submissive is her check, and I'll use my inspiration to roll at advantage.
That's so slightly above average. The creature contemplating this, you see it level its tail up and swipe at the trees, knocking it down. And as it looks down at Phoenix and Sora, it's trying to catch them, but you don't think that this creature is fast enough. It may be able to take long distance steps, but it's too slow to keep up with these really agile raptors. So it just lets out a battle cry, and there's so much pain on its voice. And it's like both being aggressive, but still like you're like crying, screaming, etc. And it will dash after them. Judith.
Okay. Judith will, remembering studies of how these creatures speak Terran, Judith will just kind of say to herself, as true heroes, the team saved a bunch of baby eggs and what came out victorious yet again. And as I say that, I will cast Comprehend Languages.
And would you like to set in stone? You don't think you think the Brontosaurus is probably going to come back angry that they got away?
Yeah. I if I can, I would like to just move over here. 5, 10, 20, 25, 30 over here, and I will just say to the Brontosaurus, sorry. Multiple Brontosauruses. Sorry, everybody. There was a big confusion. It was not us, but we're here to help these little exterminate these little raptors that were killing your babies. I'm really sorry for your loss.
Does this one let you actually speak the language?
Well, it gives them Aaron for them.
Because you understand the literal meaning of any spoken language.
Oh, you understand, but it doesn't let you speak it?
I guess not, shit.
Oh, that's what tongues is for, huh? I think there's a spell called tongues, but I never see people pick it up.
It's okay.
I think now that you can understand them, what I'll let you do is a perception check to see if you can pick up on how to say it back, since you understand what they're saying.
Can I use my intelligence as opposed to... guess I still have percent. I guess I have a +2 in perception. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Woohoo.
I will let you translate 6 words. This is very, not knowing a language is really tough. So 6 words, choose them wisely to how you actually translate what you want these Brontos to understand. Only understand those 6 words. If you want to end your turn, you just need to get them to me before the Brontos go and possibly get aggressive again.
Okay, I'm just thinking real quick.
Sure, I just don't want you to feel pressured if you want time.
No, I know. I just want to think about it for a second. Yeah, I know you do. 6 words you said?
6 words.
Okay. I'm going to say I'll look up to the dinos and say, and I'm using a lot of hand gestures here, and I'll say we helped. No harm. We go.
Okay. Sure. You see the Brontos are so going back to skill checks, which is a very important part of the game. You came over the language barrier to an extent. But in any act of aggression in unknown parties, this is usually where you would roll a persuasion check for people you could talk to. Now you are entitled to that persuasion check since you're communicating with them. I will give you advantage since your perception was so good.
Come on, Bard.
This is the best roll of my life.
I'll give you an inspiration.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I already have
bad.
advantage. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Wow. Nice.
Wow.
Nice. For the sake of time, they're not going to catch the Raptors. They dash at 100 feet around. They get out of here. The Brontosaurus will eventually get back and immediately try to swipe at Amrit with its tail. But the other ones just start crying out to it to stop. And right before it hits you, Amrit, just a billowing of wind. Its hefty tail comes at you. And the Brontosauruses, you can understand them and they just go, "The children are dead."
I'll just say, hey, everybody, we should get out of here, but they obviously they lost all of their children, so.
All of them?
Well,
I'm sure if we look, there could be some survivors, maybe.
It looks like there are probably some eggs that are not messed up, but at the same time, we should probably not go digging through the nest. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Fair point. Okay. Sora will lean down, grabbing her staff, and just keep bending down, looking to the ground, and back away.
Okay, when you grab
everyone look.
Good.
Everyone look like you're sad, even if you're not as really. But just make sure, pay your respects to them.
All right.
So all the eggs, you see the parents picking through the eggs and just slowly retreating. And even the ones that look intact, fortunately, it's just the raptors being sinister. They sucked them through the bottom of the eggs and hoping the parents would never. All the eggs here are destroyed. But when I do say all but one, Sora and Judas slowly back up. Egg cracks. Brontos, all 3 of them turn their heads and gather around. And you hear one of them say to you, "Thank you."
And I'll just kind of do a little head bow to them, and I'll come over here and I'll say, "Phoenix, get over there by everybody real quick. Just get over there real quick." Mr. Fark, get off. Yeah, no. I'm taking a photo. Where are you going?
Oh, you want them on this side of you, or?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I see.
Oh, you want them in front. Okay, everyone's getting behind you.
No. Good, stand over here.
Phoenix wants to stay far away from these eggs.
Yeah, you just said to stay away from them.
Well, no, they're all just right. They're all just right there. Phoenix, at least be in front of me a little bit.
Nope, that's okay. Go ahead, do your thing.
Cheese?
No, don't just look heroic.
She flexes.
There you go.
Safar throws his hair up just in time for the snap.
Okay.
And as you take the photo, the biggest Bronto just goes to. He sees that some of you are hurt, and he says, "Stay the night under our protection." The biggest one says to you,
They want us to stay the night under their protection.
Wow, that's a 180.
We're here to help them. Well, we were able to help them a little bit, saving one.
"Come to fight you again." They see that, and they see the dead raptors, and they may not be the most intelligent creatures, but they understand what side you were. And if you guys were not on that side, their last little beautiful baby Bronto, would not have been born. Under their understanding and the fact that you can understand them, they translate to protecting you. You see them huddle the eggs and these other ones into the water. They give it back to the world even though they're sad. You think that you guys can actually stay in these... this is a part of the map, I can't move it, but you think you guys can stay in these warm little grass-filled huts tonight
As
for your
long as
long
they're
rest.
not gonna try to sit on us.
Just like old times. Resting out in the wilds.
I think we'll be safe here, Phoenix.
Far goes. Today, quite a day in the Primordial Plains, hasn't it?
Was this on the fucking map?
No, it wasn't. You know, it's a conventional map. It's an over of the land, but not the exact details of everything else. In any case, there's not many creatures that can challenge the Brontosaurus. This is as good a camp as any. Maybe perhaps even a better one. What say you, students? Shall we take a long rest here?
I'm down. I get to brag to Quill that I napped around some brontosauruses.
Fine.
It'll be a long trip.
100%.
At some point while we're all settling down, Sora had caught something, or at least they think they've caught something. And while they're getting their little nest bed ready, they will go over to Amrut, pretending to get like some water or something at first before they stand up and look over to him. You're very brave out there. You got yourself in the thick of it. I nearly got mauled to death. Quite fun.
Yeah, united in fucking grief.
I'm sensing a bit of spice in the air tonight.
I'll be fine.
It's something I did.
No. I just don't like what Mr. Farr did.
When he used his power to pull you away from danger?
When you fucking put it like that.
I think what's more important for you to realize is what his intent was, not what it was in the moment, you know? He wanted you to be safe. He didn't want to control you.
I understand. I just don't like it. That's all. I'll get over it.
I think that's fair to be mad about that. Sora will crouch down looking at him. If this is a bad time, we can bring this up some other moment when we're not in peril, but I wanted to go around talking to my friends for advice, help for my situation. Maybe it'll help distract you from yours.
I mean, what could you need from me? You have a brother? Closest thing I have to a sister doesn't even know who the fuck I am.
I view you as my family, so you are still important to me. Your word is important to me.
Fine, let's hear it.
Sora will grab the moon gem from around their neck and pull it up and off and place it into his palm. I want you to take a look at that. What do you think it is?
Cool, I'll take it.
It's Sora's moon gem. I'm not sure how much information you had gotten, but she would explain. That holds my family of Rune. The Aku's power lays inside of it.
Okay. Is it religious in nature? Does it come from divinity or
I
the
believe
arcane?
none. I believe it comes from a powerful primal place. My family, the Aku, were the last of the great moon apes. And Dondo gave this to me. I believe he was expecting me to use it or to accept it immediately, but there's this part of me that is having a hard time thinking that I am worthy of my family name. I don't think I'm ready. And I was wondering, when did you know you were ready to leave your life? To try for something else? When did you know?
Well, it wasn't about me and my being ready. There's certain things that you deal with that, well, you just have to deal with. There's no timing. It's do or die, literally. I left because I saw bodies. I left because I had seen too much and bled too much. So I left. No one else was going to do it. And since it's just you and your brother, no one else is going to do that but the two of you. So, might as well do it now before you end up in a ditch or a grave somewhere, you know?
It actually sounds like I have to wait for my do or die moment, Amrit. If that's what it takes.
Maybe. Just know that when it happens, don't die.
Very sound advice. Amrit, I think you are overwhelmingly strong. Not just physically, but your will is something that truly inspires me. I think if you keep to my side, you will help me find that day where I can accept this rune as my own. Accept my name as Sora Aku. But for right now, you make me very happy to just be Sora of the Turtle Islands.
Well, at least I'm doing something right.
Sleep well, man. And she gives you tries to punch you on your shoulder, looks at her hand where she almost stabs you with one of the centipede legs, and just pats you on the head and keeps moving.
All right. And I just like turn over.
Anything particular, Phoenix? And well, Phoenix, you're walking around. Magic.
Yeah, when we decided we were going to stay here, she's going to go from nest cup to nest cup, just looking inside at the nesting materials, just to see if anything got lost in any of those.
Okay. Jenkins, stay put.
Yeah.
All right.
Be
and
better.
while you're doing that, how about you, Lewis? So what are you up to? Going around the real huts.
Lewis, for the most part, having gone through most of the traveling at this point and still a little bit on edge after the whole situations, just kind of leans up against the nest, not inside of it, and just keeps his gear next to him, closing his eyes, but keeping his most of his attention like around his surroundings, just listening out for the general environment, just in case something dangerous were to come up.
Kebab? Or which one towards you after? Making sure you ate one or two before he potentially got interrupted.
Lewis just opens up one eye toward Mustafar, and a slight smirk comes over his eye. Sure. And just extends a hand to grab one.
I discarded the tails. It turns out they weren't that tasty. I kept a few of the shinies because type of thing Phoenix probably likes. See, he's got like the scales of the tails of some raptors, which I will try to chat again. Quite durable. I thought they were feathers or tough, like bone. Anyways, the food's pretty good. They make lean meat, but tasty.
Glad you can put them to some use.
I should certainly got their fill. Oh my god, they ate the babies. We ate them. Did we eat the babies?
Now that opens up a whole other can of worms I don't want to dig into right now.
Just messing. Goes for another bite. Sees Phoenix around the camp and goes, "Hey, why don't you get something in that belly of yours?"
Okay, a minute.
Always working that. Tell me, Lewis, do you have any issues with the shadowy beast inside of me, the dragon, not to dance around words? Anything recent?
For the most part, over the 3 months, he seems pretty docile. I'm guessing whatever the hell he did last time drained a lot of his energy. Although there was one weird occurrence before we left. Saw a shadow for a brief moment, but nothing else.
No. In the shadows. Could all be in your mind. Maybe you may feel it's too good to be true that it's gone. Because you saw the shadow doesn't mean it's not. Well, it's a pretty harrowing experience, to say the least. I'm not saying you're crazy. What if the soul is truly dead?
That would at least put me to some peace. But I don't think I'd ever be able to fully rest.
I have
There's
to
always
teach
something else out there.
Phoenix how to shadow walk. So that if you ever lose yourself again, she can enter you and find you. Pull you back. Bring you back to your body, person. Spirit tethered away.
I honestly wouldn't mind that. And knowing her, I think she'd be able to pick it up quite easily.
Girl's a genius. But we can't talk too highly of her. On our way over here now.
Because after she's gone around, and she'll collect any little bits of metal if there's... I know that we're in the middle of nature. You can free tell me no. She will just be disappointed. But she is going to look from a distant at Lewis and his arm. I know she's at a distance, so it's probably fine. But can I make a perception check or something to see if she notes anything out of place?
Sure, why not?
I am blind. Where is perception? There it is. Yep, nope, it's all good.
Especially with the sunset. It's difficult. It's not perfect, but yeah. So as you make your rounds around camp, yeah, unfortunately there is no metal out here. I mean, it's always possible. If you want to give me an investigation, that's something your detect magic won't pick up. If it's just metal, why don't you investigate the area? I think now you're happy. You don't think that you're missing something. I guess that's what I mean by you're happy, but you don't.
Yeah, she just grumbles under her breath. I hate nature.
Judith.
Judith is thinking, I love nature. As she's spending most of her time over here with the dinos, and I'll take like some photos of like the baby dino with the big dinos, and just go kind of full nature photographer, and then every 10 minutes of an hour I'll take that to use to cast comprehend languages again as a ritual, and then I know I can't talk to them well, but I want to be able to listen to what they have to say, and I want to try to get a feel for them, and also understand how the runes work for them. And
I would say that, yes, it could be cliche or stereotyping, but most creatures that are really big tend to be aggressive, or when they're startled, or only handle things by stampeding. These brontosauruses are kind creatures. I think that that's something you would come to appreciate about such powerful beings, not being bullies or aggressive or being reasonable or hoping that they don't have to use their strength, even though 9 times out of 10 they're in a position where their strength is more than enough to hurt somebody. You would pick that up from their mannerisms of their conversations. You see them telling Bronto a story that I won't voice out because we'll be here for an hour since they talk so slow. Telling them a story about the little eggs that ran off to the other world. And you can immediately see that they're setting in the fact that the baby Bronto won't have any brother and sisters. But that's okay because they're on an adventure and they're having.
Would I understand or could I figure out what kind of rune they were?
Oh yes, you do know that they're earth rune, and you think that if push came to shove, seeing one of them go and knock down a tree, they can make their tails iron, literally like a whip with their tails, do like an iron whip onto a tree and knock it down.
Okay. Just after these moments that I'll spend with them, and when it's getting kind of late, I will come over and get some sleep.
Excellent.
Say, if I may, when Phoenix was done looking around, she was going to come back over, get whatever kebab thing Mistafar offers her, and then she was going to plop down in front of Lewis, sitting crisscross, using the kebab to point to his arm. How's that thing feeling?
A lot better now. Feels a little bit smoother.
Cool. You ever need anything, let me know. I'd be happy to tinker on it. I'm curious, how did you get what's his name, Clamdor to make that for you? You guys go far back?
He kind of just has a slight chuckle to himself, remembering the memory. It's a bit of a weird story. Let's just say I didn't exactly have the best reputation back at Icarus. Had a run-in with a few folks.
So the two of
Yeah,
you got
found me.
along real good?
Well, he found me right after I managed to fight back a couple guys that had jumped me. Was completely exhausted, and it seemed like he was researching about me. Thought I'd be perfect for something he was building. Asked me when I woke up, and I saw an opportunity.
Ah, you're probably the first to carry his new invention, huh?
Yeah. But it's given me a chance. That's all I really care about.
Cool. Very cool. Well, I hope it does good out here with all the dirt and stuff, but sincerely, I'm not being sarcastic. Like, I hate to see you in pain from it or anything. I like to see people willing to accept technology a little bit more. So, yeah. Yeah.
It's definitely helped me quite a bit. I'm sure you'll be able to find something to do with it that other people will hopefully be able to accept.
Yeah, don't fix what's not broke. And she will get up and go get a second one from Mr. Farr.
Here, take these golden scales. I know you're always tinkering. Maybe you could find something.
Oh, cool. She will play with them in her hands, looking them over both sides and comparing their sizes to one another. She's like cataloging them in her mind.
Yeah, they have like a real durable, almost fish scale like nature to them. Lengthy in one stroke like a feather. And they're impressively bright. It wasn't the creature lighting them up, it just seems to illuminate. You'd think during the day that they would be 10 times brighter, but it's nighttime now. It's cool. You think that they fetch decent money on the market, but also could you imagine what kind of stuff you could make with this, even if it's just cosmetic?
Even if it's kind of like, I guess, our equivalent of like a flashlight or something.
Yeah, it could be really, really cool if you could figure out how to put it together. He knew you liked it, so he gabbed. You could put on your character sheet. You have 6 of them.
Cool.
They're kind of like little bundles, so it's not like 6 individual things. 6 little bundles. As he gives it to you in the kebabs, doesn't really say anything to you. You see him enjoying the sky because, you know, in the city, there's so much light on the streets nowadays, torches, light cantrips, continual flames, that you can't really appreciate the night sky. Here, it's dark. The stars really just gazing about, and the air is fresher than ever. And as he leans back against these little huts here, these burial sites, what a world we live in. What a world. I'm gonna turn in. And you see him literally like roll like a backflip into this pile of grass that the brontosaurus put in here. I'm going to sleep. Teacher's privilege. Someone take watch. He knocks out after a while. Besides, I cooked. He says with his eyes.
All right, I will take first watch. And Sora will sit up and just begin kind of patrolling the area for first watch.
Want company?
Once. Although you need your sleep too, you got bit pretty hard back there.
Well, second, third watch, I'll sleep, but I can't sleep right now. I got these new things to think about. She's showing you the scales from the creatures that Mr. Farr gave her. I mean, she says she's going to help you, but she's actually quite distracted with her tinkering and whatnot, so...
Sora will have just like a hand on her shoulder as their way of guiding her around, allow her to follow around, but she just accepts the company.
As Judith is like putting her back up against the wall here, she's not in the nest with Amber. Just I can't get the token over there, but I'll just look to Amber and say, I'm happy to do the last watch. I'll wake up early. Then Judith passes out.
Sure, if that's what you want. Then he can like hear you sleeping. Good night.
Buddy, have anything else tonight, or are we going to close our eyes and 10 minutes?
And roll a hit die.
Hit dice. Don't forget, you don't automatically full heal in long resting campaigns. You gotta check your hit dice, which are particularly important when we're out in the field because we're not guaranteed to replenish them. So as you guys do take your long rest and well deserved, well fed, go ahead.
Sorry, I forgot. Well, I didn't say I was gonna do it, but I was gonna use the Song of Rest thing again before we go, but I was hanging out with the dinos, so never mind. Sorry.
I mean, during your watch, when you take your watch, your resting
Okay.
is magical. So while they're all sleeping, they're not proccing features to heal; they're naturally healing. You could just do
Okay.
your song and weave that into their rest.
Yeah, we'll say on the third watch when everyone else is asleep, I will try to fiddle with that second. I will fiddle with the second fiddle, trying to get it going, and I'll rock the Song of Rest.
Excellent. So you guys are entitled to that D6 instead of possibly expending another hit dice. Remember, you only get back half your hit dice, minimum of 1 when you complete a long.
Thank you, Judith.
I think it's just once, right? You rolled once.
Yeah, just once.
Yeah. It's like a little soothing lullaby.
Do we all individually roll, or is it just rolled?
Each of
by
those
one?
creatures regains an extra 1d. So
Okay.
normally Judith could roll for you guys, but since it seems like everyone's rolling their own, you guys can roll your own. And in the future, if you guys want to set in stone which method we'll use, sure. But for Judith, yeah, it's a lovely second fiddle on the fiddle. With that says, let's go. With that said, hard. Let's take a 10-minute break. See you all soon.
All right.
All right.
Good job. Hope you guys are enjoying
Thank
the
you.
audio play.
Wow.
Adventure.
Hey, I'm just glad I got to. Bard got to eloquence. Talk to those brontosauruses.
Heck yeah.
I think it's level 6 when I don't need to cast a spell. I can just like talk to all these creatures.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, at level 6. Universal speech.
Man, that's cool.
As an action, choose one or more creatures within 60 feet of you, up to my charisma modifier, and the creatures can magically understand you, regardless of the language you speak for an hour.
Damn, not bad.
He's got to keep me alive for a little bit longer, Lewis.
We'll do what we can.
Two, I'm just getting the items in the game official.
Yeah, my baby Sakura would have loved all this stuff. I feel like she was in the wrong adventure.
Right. I was laughing when you said hate Nate. Oh god.
Uh-huh.
I was laughing.
I went the total opposite direction with Phoenix.
It's always fun playing opposites. Get two different sides of the perspective.
And that was comedic perfect timing, Kanto, with the follow-up of I love nature.
Yeah.
So
Like,
good.
I'm telling you, I think Judith's, her hobby is nature photography at this point.
You know what? I actually really get that. All the other Elder Earth characters I ever made were so intense. Oniki Greystone, Sir Sadist Vow, Lord Azura, all really just intense people. And then you got Sora down here, who is just a cinnamon bun.
Yeah, kind of similar my end, although a little bit different order. There's William, who is more on the serious end of things. Well, he started off as a cinnamon bun, then he got more serious over time. Then there's Liam, who is just a himbo in every sense of the word. And then there's Lewis, who's just kind of the grumpy old man, but has good intentions. For the most part.
I mean, William almost became kind of a crotchety old man when his back got thrown out with that mind flare.
Yeah, poor man. And that was the day I vowed never to play a psionic character in Vengeance for William.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, his
No, I'm
next
kidding.
character after that was psychic resistant.
Nice.
You know, I actually didn't make that connection until now, but hey.
That's your inner trauma, buddy.
But it's hilarious because he only has psychic resistance because the feature kind of inclines that you have brain damage already, so...
Yeah. He took too many hits to the head, man.
Took a little dive. That's alright. Builds character.
Yeah. You too many gladiator fights is all.
Or a GoFundMe account. Either one.
Hey. Not a bad idea.
Here you go, your items loaded into game. I will drop them under magical handouts when I end the session tonight. Just get you like your physical copies and games. They're all there with your artwork.
Heck yeah.
Oof. Has it been 10 minutes? I was too focused on my task.
Got about a minute or so left.
Sweet, then I'll grab a bottle of water and then we'll jump back into the session.
I really need to refresh my memory with my character sheets before we play every time. I freaking have the spell shield.
Ah. Yeah, that would have been nice.
God
Good
darn it.
You win some, you lose some.
Yeah, didn't I?
I like
Just
how
take some
Falcon
practice.
said water like a true New Yorkian.
Water?
That's the word, yeah. That's not how he or I say it. Water. It's kind of a southern thing too, I guess, yeah. Let me get a water. It's better than the Brits. With their fucking water. A bottle of water. Like what? Huh? A who? A
Yeah, but it's
bottle
still
of
fun to
water.
say.
Came back to Amrit making fun of Daniel. There you.
Exactly. Yeah. Totally.
All right, roll call. Phoenix,
Here.
Amrit.
Cheerio.
All right, Governor. Lewis,
Hi.
Judith,
Yes.
and Sora.
I am here.
You get Reese's Pieces.
Nice.
Nice.
Sound effects included.
No chocolate
yeah.
in those apparently.
No, no, just shut up, man.
Those have zero chocolate.
Just shut up.
I learned this recently.
Don't ruin stuff for the rest of us.
It's just candy and peanut butter, apparently. Because fuck me, dude.
How is there no chocolate? All right. This conversation's for another time.
Anyway, yeah.
Then I hate you officially.
Awesome.
All right. So, anyways, we are back, and the next day, the Brontosauruses kind of wave their tails at us goodbye, or whatever type of thing they would normally do to pick up shop or pack up shop and get ready to deeper into the world. Back to the world map, or it will hopefully, barring a really bad check, be our last survival check across.
Jude's gonna say a little prayer to Far Inferna.
Oh no.
Quick question. Am I able to error into excellence these?
Yeah, I
Assuming
mean, if you're
no,
willing to
but-
use the resources,
Also, you can use a
Okay.
break on this if you want, Judith.
No, I mean I've already rolled, and I can't use it on myself.
On someone else who before we roll.
I said a prayer to Far Inferna, and this is what she gave me, so I'm just gonna let it roll.
All right.
Here we go. I'm rolling to it. Boom.
Oh dear lords.
when I hold that resource, then Lewis.
Yeah,
Oh, I
we're not
rolled
looking very
twice.
good.
I don't
9.
think there's any saving it.
We can't save this.
Mr.
Ooh.
Fur, are you sure we're going the right way?
Now that you think about it, pretty sure I saw that exact broken tree. Walking circles.
Ah, for fuck's sake.
Don't worry. How bad could it? Let's see.
Don't say.
Please no.
You know, I have proficiency with cartographer's tools, so I can make the map, but I can't follow the damn map.
Oh,
Fair enough.
All right, let's tally this up and see. I mean, hope it's now.
I think it's less than half. None of us got higher than a 15.
way lower.
Oof. Break.
Oof.
So about that Tarrasque.
Ah, it's not. 45 would be less than 45 would be less.
Ooh.
We need a 90. Being less than half on the survival checks means you get the hardest possible.
Oh,
Probably
dear
a
lords.
Tyrannosaurus Rex. But anyways,
Oh,
but you guys did
Or
not
somewhat.
get that. Nothing. You guys still got a shitty encounter, unfortunately. Someone rolled me a D3, eliminating one of the harder encounters.
We're doing it this time.
Who done did it?
Sakura.
I'll do it.
I put all my faith in Sakura.
I... Sweet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was a D4. My bad.
No, it's good. There's I only prepped 4 hard random encounters and 4 normal. But that's okay. I'll just eliminate 1 and 2, 3, and 4 with the choices. Thematically, you already exempted one by rolling the map you're on as 1. I mean, the Brontosauruses were. So you all are traveling. Hold on, You're traveling through the plains. Unfortunately, you come up on thick area, sludge, some type of oil that's bubbling over. Just even attempting to stick an item into it, you can see it immediately gets stuck to this tar. As you make your way across, as Mustafar is certain on the other end of this trail is the destination in question, unfortunately sprouting up around you, large undead creatures. You're stuck in the middle of this tar pit. And the Primordial Plains continues to prove why it is a place people do not settle. Damn, is it beautiful. Speaking of beauty, that liveth again, rising from the tar. Oh boy, this ain't gonna be pretty. Mustafar immediately goes, English sources were surrounded. They're filled with tar, giving them an extra layer of protection on their body until that's removed. That extra layer of protection is in the form of temporary hit points, which each of them have 10. Mustafar immediately pulls out his guns and starts letting loose on the northern route. Hitting both times. Fortunately, the poison doing 0 damage to them, and the first attack soaking up the temp, do 7 damage to the Ankylo in the. He looks around and starts sweating. What?
Were we traveling left or right?
You guys are traveling up this way.
Okay, great.
Through there, so you guys are good here. Especially when you guys saw the tracks, you're like, let's go the opposite way. Sora.
All right. Being a bit surrounded and seeing that Judith and Amrut are a bit separated closer to that thing, Sora's going to step onto here. Bonus action, stand on the staff, and we'll just throw a dart at the Ankylosaur.
That misses.
Okay, she's mounted the staff, main action, some movement. That's all she can do for now.
They don't seem to be able to produce sounds, even though they try to make them. It sounds like a kind of a sore throat or irritated form. Gurgling. It lifts up its tail and with the cannonball-like thing tries to smash Jenkins.
My baby.
24 will hit Jenkins for 16 bludgeoning, and I need a strength saving throw. Jenkins holds his ground, and the massive creature treks through the tar, suffering difficult terrain.
Leave him alone. She is going to pull out a little gadget and throw it at this Ankylosaurus, hopefully covering it in a sparkly purple dust.
Your hopes and are answered. The creature fails to save.
Cool. Meanwhile, as Jenkins got his clock cleaned, he is going to reach inside his tummy and push a little button to restore a couple hit points to himself. He's right as rain. Sorry, tar is difficult terrain, right?
For the big creatures, for you, you think you might get stuck in it.
Oh, okay.
Getting over, you guys are doing jumps one by one to try to get to the other side, helping each other.
We'll see where this goes.
Judith Bloom.
Okay, Judith is going to see that she is in the way from the others getting over, so I'm going to 5. I'm gonna disengage. 15 and jump over that little bit. 20. I'll say, all right, let's not get stuck in the mud. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Why is that thing sparkling? Oh, fairy fire. And then I'm going to bonus action. Say to Amrut, Amrut, make sure none of our friends get stuck in the mud, and you get a bardic inspiration. Look at me inspiring people.
I'll try.
EOD. I'm gonna move actually one foot this time.
Oh, I'm sitting there waiting for Jenkins, but fucking Jenkins he's the imposter. Vote Jenkins. This ankylosaur walks to block the most obvious exit. You can see some of its victims' faces in the ground. Amrit, you soon may join this creature. Attempts to knock you up. When it does so and lifts up its tail becomes flat, like a wall. And the tip of the cannonball of the tail, the tip of it, literally becomes a wall as he is using his rune ability to flatten you. Give me a strength saving throw to hold up the wall or be crushed.
Alrighty. You said what saving throw again?
It's strength. The wall's too large to get out of the way.
Yeah,
You're like a pancake right now.
Oh, actually,
what?
don't need it.
You used inspiration though, so you roll again.
I meant the bardic inspiration.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not gonna help you.
Yeah.
Oh.
When he crashes into you, it immediately breaks apart and you become trapped under the... You are grappled and restrained until you can get free from the rocks, and you are taking its tail damage, which is 12 plus the creature's CR. Take 15 bludgeoning as the wall crushes you. You're prone, grappled, and restrained. And Emerald, speaking of the devil.
Alrighty. What do I need to do to push the roll off of me and maybe stand up?
Athletics or acrobatics? Athletics, you're throwing the rocks off of you. Acrobatics, you're navigating your body through the crevices.
Alright, I'll try to worm my way out of this. Yeah.
That is an action though, so before you do that,
Maybe use the bardic if you want.
That is a 12. I don't think that'll cut it. I'll use the bardic. Yeah.
and now this is the part where you kiss Judith. I'll say Blutif. Because the DC was 13, so as long as you use the bardic, you actually succeed.
Oh, look at that. Much appreciated.
So yeah, you're able to slide out from under it. You see that this creature's just looking at Judith, thinking that you're dealt with.
Quit sleeping on the job, Amrut.
You saw what just happened. Alrighty. Do I want? Nope. That's fine.
Quick no, don't no. No, sure.
Got it. Okay, do I want to push back the Ankylosaur back here or deal with the one up front so we could actually move? Yeah, I think the answer is obvious there. Let's get moving. Hops on over. And since he definitely doesn't have enough to get across, he's going to engage the Ankylosaur, trying to catch its attention. Let's go for the smackety smack.
It's looking at Judith, but once you get close to it, it looks at you. Does that hit? That's exactly a charmer class. Get him.
Oh dear lord. Alright. Good to know. As it just like cuts into the tar and it scrapes off a decent amount of the material. Okay. Gotta move quick.
It's the far. Unleashes shots. Worried that the back one's gonna get up on you, and he has advantage because of Fairy Fire. Fairy Fire is all attacks or just melee?
Let me scroll up.
All attacks, right?
I'm pretty sure about it.
But let's check.
Any attack roll.
Cool. All right, so he'll take the advantage quite literally, and he'll shoot at it 2 times. In the back row again. Unfortunately, these fools' poison doesn't seem to bother them, but he is doing a solid 16 damage. And Mr. Farr looks. Oh, he doesn't want to leave Phoenix behind or Sora, so he's gets up close. Sora.
Would that space right there look safe enough to get onto, or is that?
Now that's difficult, but other than that, there's no you're not risking getting stuck, which is a strength saving thing. Okay. This is just difficult since it has a little bit of tar on it.
All right. Sora is going to take cue from Mistafar and join in with him to begin attacking the creature. Moving up there. They will go ahead and swing with their staff at advantage. Oh, that's one roll, second one. Okay, first one's gonna miss, and then go ahead and do a bonus action offhand. For 7 piercing. And that is it for them.
All right, and this creature is up. It was originally planning to go for Jenkins or Mistafar, but the creature's not processing. Heard it most is who heard it most recently. Sure, its attention turns.
That's fair.
I need you to give me that same strength saving throw because he's actually going to give you and Mistafar the love.
Ooh, okay. Here we go.
Make it so does Mistafar. Both of you guys are taking half damage, and neither of you are being knocked prone, grappled, or restrained as the rubble collapses around. Half of the damage from its tail swipe plus its CR is 21. You guys both take 10 bludgeoning. The stone wall breaking up.
Ooh, still hurts.
Seeing some of you guys retreat up north, the creature takes a few steps in that direction. But it's still struggling with difficulty.
I was gonna try to run and jump, but he went that direction, so she is standing on the portion of exposed land right there. A shot at him was gonna... Well, he's so big, he wouldn't have half cover from Mistafar and Sora, would he? Or any cover?
No, he doesn't have any.
Alright, she will try to shoot him.
You have advantage.
Oh, advantage, yeah. I should remember that. 16 hit.
16 hits, yes. Armor class is 4.
And Jenkins will go ahead and take a swing too. 6 does not hit.
Judith Bloom.
Okay, Judith is going to, seeing that one of theirs kind of sparkling and want to be able to help the others get over here quickly, I'm going to look over and talk to my girl Far Inferna and shoot a firebolt at advantage. There we go.
It's just got interesting. You're your second guy.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
You just set it on fire, I think.
Exactly.
Oh, tar.
Yeah, the tar immediately, the surface of the tar bursts out in flames as the tattered pieces of the creature's body. It's by the way, this creature's slathered in it. It's walking through the tar, which is flammable, and it spreads instantaneously. Styrofoam. There will be.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. You just want to
No
make the game
worries.
more exciting.
Oh no.
Oh no.
All right, you can continue while I set up these. I'm gonna be here a while.
As I see that, I'm like, oh shit. Laura, get out of there! I can't help the others right now, else I would. And I will bonus action healing word Sora. For 7 healing.
Oh boy, I'm gonna need it. Ugh.
And
You know what? Far further heard you. She set the world on fire.
I got you, homie.
Jesus. Okay. And if I move, I think I'd probably have an opportunity attack from this zombie
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. Their tails are long. You think you're about 10 feet tails.
Okay, I'll stay there. I'll stay there. Shit.
What's Judith thinking? Is she like, I gotta take a photo of this? Oh no, I gotta save their lives.
Yeah. She thinks this is definitely an oh fuck moment.
These creatures are covered in fire, so what I'm gonna have you do is give me a fire bolt. It cannot miss. I just need to see the damage of the fire damage. So take at the start of each of their turn. All right, so this one just pinged for 1. That's okay. The fire just barely started. But as it gets its body on fire, it doesn't process that Judith set it all ablaze. It happens so fast. So you, Lewis and Amrit, you guys watch this massive on fire zombie just attack you guys and just fucking
Well done.
tail
That
swipe.
escalated quickly.
Yeah, tail swipe comes out, crashes the ground behind you, breaking it. The fire makes it very difficult for this creature to properly strike you.
Alrighty. Here we go. I'm going. There's a lot of fire. I'll just. Fuck it. I'll do Rhyme Spear. Let's see if it likes that. Or do we need it still on fire? I don't know.
It's on fire.
It's taking damage from the fire.
Between 1 to 10 damage, yeah.
All right, we'll keep that then. That might soak him out. I'll just attack normally. Here we go. Okay.
Nice.
Just. As I'm like ducking under, like it's like fiery limbs and like cutting, stabbing at it.
Lewis.
Okay. He kind of just looks around and sees the sheer amount of fire. Well, I make some use of it. What type of action economy would it be for Lewis to stick his hand in the fire? Just to burn, purposely burn
Item
himself?
interaction.
Okay,
An
I
item.
can work with that. How much damage am I taking?
Judith, firebolt, please.
Oh, I take the full. Okay. No worries.
Your resistance, all
No
right?
Resistance. Yeah.
Luckily- Yeah. Awesome.
All right, so 3 with her.
All right.
The 2 fire-resistant motherfuckers haven't been touched with fire until now.
As the fire just goes onto his mechanical arm, you see the heat just like almost get absorbed directly into it as he uses reaction for steam release. Where the hell is it? Actually, where is steam release? Oh, there it is. I couldn't read my abilities for a moment there. So that will add 3 to whatever my next thing is. Wait, is my level or my proficiency? Level's worth, so that should be 4 now. quickly adjust that. Okay. And swings out at the good old zombie. Shamak. And as he kind of goes through the motions of it, it seems like he's almost done this before, as he uses he positions his footing very specifically. I'm going to just use 3 Master's Guidance for this. Boost it up to 13. No, wait.
You know their armor class is...
He's 14?
You know their armor class is 14.
Okay, yeah, I'll just burst all of it.
Alright, so that would make the attack strike true.
Alright.
Shoot a firebolt, please. Every time these inflamed creatures get hit, they will be suffering a firebolt.
Oof.
Same thing for you guys if you catch on fire. You guys know.
Oh.
Damn, that's a good fire combo. Good to note, though.
Let the flames of far inferno burn.
Yeah.
Speaking of burning, there's a bit of a vacuum happening here. It's far worse than where the other 2 are, though the other 2 are pretty bad too. At the start of the turn, you guys will owe me con saves for half of fire. And in the fire, the full firebolt, please, Judith.
Oof.
Are the DCs just gonna be 10? It's just not like an ongoing spell. It's just an environmental hazard. So at a DC 10, Mr. Far succeeds. He takes 4 fire damage. And with that said, Mr. Far unleashes his load onto this guy right here. So I need 2 more firebolts if these hit, because every attack that hits. 1, 2. Yes, I need 2 more firebolts. It's awesome.
Holy shit.
Oh shoot, I'm trying to move the dancing light. Guys, I want the fires that spreading just Oh no! Oh no!
Can probably drop those down the map layer.
Yeah, I need to. Sora, you are in the thick of the fire, literally, because the Ankylosaurus is occupying your space and is on fire. Judith, need a firebolt, please. You take the full amount, unfortunately, Sora, because you are in contact with the Ankylosaurus.
All right. Sora's in a bit of a pickle, so I am really low, but I don't want to quite use all my rune powers, but I'm just going to use my main action to do Brilliant Beam. Coming to there, it's flat now because of the fairy lights, so we'll see how this goes. She begins moving her arm in a flowing motion and then palm out to fire the 3 blasts. Flat. Oh, that's gonna miss. That's gonna... Okay, 1 hit.
And none.
Alright.
Yep.
3 radiant, and I heal once. Pretty good.
Nice.
Is this also another fire thing?
Oh, it's just radiant.
Okay.
And then I will use my bonus action to send out a punch with my fist here. For 6 additional piercing.
All right.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Wait, how did you do the centimeters?
Bonus action.
I think you can only do that when you take the attack action. Just double check, please.
Oh, you can attack.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't do that. So instead, you can refund the 6 hit points, and I'll instead take a bonus action to common healing potion.
Heard. All right, the Ankylo is up. And remember what I said about the most recent being the most problematic, but I also need Firebolt. Start of his turn. If it's a 10, this creature doesn't get a turn. Potentially. Sinister Six. All right, it's gonna swing its tail at Sora for blasting it with the light beam, and the
Okay.
tail swipe is a 17.
At disadvantage?
It's 17 on both sides, so yeah.
Yeah, that's AC exact.
13 bludgeoning, and I need a strength save or be knocked prone.
All right, strength save coming up. 4.
Yuck. This does take you off your staff for consideration.
Yep.
As he knocks you prone to the ground, boom, you go flying back just close to the tar. And as the tar gets all smothered all over your body, you can see the flickering flames. If you're not moved soon, you may catch a blade.
Oh god.
20. Phoenix is it.
Is it moving?
Yeah, it's just on the move.
Okay, sorry, that's where I was gonna go because I'm in Defire, right?
You are. I need a con save from you. And Judith, you know what I need. Take 4 fire damage, Phoenix, because you're really close to the fire, but you're not physically in it yet. Take a turn. Oh, but Jenkins would just take the 8. He is in the fire.
Okay, sorry, I had an idea of what I was gonna do, but then my path got cut off. Well, I mean, what are you gonna do? She is cursing under her breath, and she is going to try to hit this thing with the crossbow.
Succeed. Describe the kill. Wait, hold on. I'm human, guys. I need to see. So, undead fortitude's a thing. You may not know what that is, but
Oh yeah.
I need to just check if this actually kills it. So DC is 15. And unfortunately, it sustains through the attack, dropping to 1 hit point.
Jenkins will chase it down. Even in the flame. Ugh.
You know what, Judith? You truly are a worker for Between the Flames. Come on, everybody. Give me a round of applause.
Hell yeah.
That hits. I need to do an undead fortitude again. Every time they would be reduced to 0, they make it. So a con save. You see 11. They get exactly 11. They survive. Fortitude is 5 plus the damage. It's 11.
She's gonna try to get out of here, but she is surrounded by tar.
Which game you're playing?
She is going to get out her water skin, preparing to dump it on herself if she needs to.
Excellent. It's getting hot in here.
Okay. All right. Seeing and hearing the mess that's going on, Judith just thinking to herself, that is not what I meant by Far Inferno showing herself, but okay. And I'm going to reach into my bag or my like off my pants, and I pull out. No, I'm not going to pull out a dagger. Things are already happening, so I'm just going to instead I shoot another firebolt at the zombie.
If you hit them, you can just do double damage because you would proc the D10 on them.
Okay. Firebolt.
Hits.
Boom, boom, boom.
Which one are you shooting?
The one
to you?
that's blocking the way of for the friends.
Oh, the one down here. Okay.
Yeah.
That's 16 damage. Plus 5 is a 21. They have a +2, so they need a 19 or a 20 in order to survive and they are dead. Yes.
Whew. Okay. Things are roasting up. Sora, what's taking so long? Hurry and get out of there! And I will, bonus action, healing word.
Why are you blaming me? You did this!
You don't know. You don't know.
Oh yeah, we do. We saw it come from you.
I have a passive of 15. I saw your ass.
You get 5 healing. I can take the healing back. That's all I'm saying. No. Yeah.
Okay.
You get 5 healing, and then I will. I will heal to you.
As that Ankylosaurus becomes an object when it finally dies, holy catches the blaze. This one, I need a firebolt. Maybe it doesn't get a turn. Need 7 or more. 7 or more, so that's a 10, so DC 15. Need to roll a 13 or higher on this T20 for Undead Fortitude to preserve it. I do not. This creature does not get a turn. Instead, he becomes an additional hazard. I'll love it. So you guys are out of the fire zone. We cannot end initiative. Emra, you are up.
Alrighty. Seeing that it falls over, like engulfs in flames, I'll turn back to the gang here. Can I use Rhine Spear just to like get some of this fire out the way, like in this area?
I would allow you. We should rule that it's still cold when you're not, while you're in control, so it's fine.
Alrighty. Should I roll for it?
Well, I need to see the damage because that's what's going to tell me how much water, how much fire is going to get cleared from it.
Gotcha.
So we're going to treat the fire as if it's vulnerable. So it's 26. I decided that each square of fire was 10 hit points. So that means that you're going to clear 2 squares worth of fire. And obviously it's going to be in a row of each other. So you get this one and then the immediate one on top of Ankleo.
Hell yeah.
Come on.
Hell yeah.
Luis?
Okay.
Oh,
So
by the way,
current
Emra
situation is-
and Luis, you both need a con save once the fire was around you.
Oh, sure.
Got it.
And Judith's just a firebolt. AC 10, half, or full amount. Well, regardless, you guys take
Here we
one.
go.
It's always a minimum of 1, so both of you take 1. Luis, you're up.
All right. -1 first off. So at the moment, Sora and Phoenix are in the tar, to my understanding.
Phoenix,
Not in the tar.
yeah, she's not fully in the tar, but there's like,
Okay.
it's like encroaching her feet. Jenkins is in the tar. Sora may have an issue still, though. Because I'm going to be honest, the fire is going to spread a tiny bit at the top of the order. It's the fire's at the top of the order.
Okay. Yeah. Probably a good idea for me to help out. Lewis jumps over. Am I able to step on top of the Ankylosaur?
Absolutely, but for a 10-foot jump under this without a running start, you need an athletics check.
That's fine.
You make it.
Well,
Yeah, well,
okay.
it's only DC 5 per square, so DC was 10. So you jump, you land, and Sora's right there.
give me your hand.
It all hurts. Okay, here.
All right. Tries to grasp onto it and try to pull her out.
Give me a strength
I'm
saving throw
assuming-
or an athletics check as portions of her is stuck to.
Got it. Let's hope.
You yeet her out of the thing, pulling her out of the
Hell
sticky
yes.
substance.
Ugh.
Come on, get moving. And he proceeds to move a little bit further in where Jenkins is and action surge to try to pull him out.
Same thing. Athletics.
Let's go. Bop.
Good.
Oh,
because
hell yeah.
you needed a 20 for Jenkins. He's in a lot of tar and he's much. So you pull him out.
You're doing all right there, little guy.
Jenkins.
You hear
Good, let's
Phoenix
get
yell,
moving.
"Thank you!"
No problem. And starts making his way down. That's all of his movement.
because of the recent moisture from Amrut soiling the tar over here, the only reason your path is not being reclosed as the fire does spread to the remaining portions, including where our poor Sori used to be. But we'll leave that one path open due to the fact that moisture is so recent today. Do you think Jude, if you're not worried about burning down this portion of the forest, you think that once the tar is all burned through, the fire will die on its own? Mr. Farr needs to make a con save. Judith, firebolt my ass. See if he had burritos last night. No, he didn't. So damage. And then he is going to jump over here, shoot his shadow puppet threads onto Phoenix, and it's going. Phoenix, you can now relocate anywhere within 15 feet of Mr. Farr.
Is this spot here stable or no?
Stable enough for you to still be in tar.
Yeah, no, I don't want to be in tar. I'm guessing that is probably the safest place that's within 15 feet.
Yes, and he will.
But now I'm blocking Sora's way.
Not Sora. She has her things.
And
Okay.
Mr. Farr stands his position. He's thinking about leaving, but he's just. You can see he's not leaving until all his students. Tosses you as far as he's physically able to with his threads, and looks back and goes, "Come on, keep moving." Sorry, you're up.
Alright, Judith, firebolt me real quick. Get 2 fire damage. Flames on my heels, literally. So where it goes there. And then we'll use their bonus action for Thunder Leap. Using that extra bit of oomph to get themselves right there. And then using the rest of their movement.
Hold on, once you get there, you owe me a low DC strength save from the tar.
Okay, that's
You
fair.
know what? I'll let you can choose what you damage with Thunderstep. I'll say your Thunderstep destroyed. You're fine. Continue.
Okay. And using their movement afterward, just runs and does this dive past Judith, trying to wipe off all this tar on her, and look back and make sure everyone else can get out the rest of the way.
Luckily, this bad boy is not getting back. Phoenix.
Oh, we will stop concentrating on fairy fire. And then we will try to jump across that tar right there. Do you need a
That's
check
only a
from
5
me?
foot gap. You're fine.
Okay. And then she will turn around and motion to Jenkins to come. So he will. Oh, Mr. Fire's there.
Biggest thing is give me a con save and beat it for fun. Before it was full damage, the con save means he can possibly do. Fortunately, some of the fire is still burning on him. It would burn out, but he did.
Even though Mystifire's there, I mean, he doesn't take up the entire 5 feet. Can Jenkins try to move past him?
Well, there are rules for that in 5e, so he's difficult terrain still. Yeah, he can move.
Okay, that puts him right where Phoenix is, so Phoenix will use more of her movement.
Jenkins didn't take an action, so
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay. So, yeah, they both try to move as far out of the way as possible.
what's Jenkins' passive?
14?
Okay, never mind. I was hoping I could blame it on. He thinks it was Amber, but he would.
Oh, Emmerich would love that.
Yeah, it would have been so good. Runs passive. Jenkins!
And Phoenix will be trying to pat out any tar or flame that's on Jenkins that's remaining.
Nice. Mr. Farr has the ability to teleport, and Lewis has the passive skills to get over here. Phoenix, you can take foot if you want, but I think we could drop initiative.
Judith.
Judith, yeah, sorry.
Sounds good.
You just won, you remember.
Yeah.
So the rest of you guys get to the edge, and eventually the fire would be beautifully burning for the next 20, 30 freaking minutes before it would eventually die out. You guys are safe.
Way to light a fire under my ass there, Judith.
Yeah, sorry about that. It seemed it got a little out of hand pretty quickly, but bright side is at least the zombies got killed off much quicker.
That's one way to look at it.
Silver lining, sure.
And also, we also get this amazing shot of Lewis, and you'll see there's a shot of Lewis like jumping through the fire as the fire like is blowing behind him. Lewis, this is front page material right here.
Is there
I'm just out there
anything
opening
you
it
would
out.
not do for the scoop for your paper?
It's not that I did something for the scoop of my paper, just things happen and I take advantage of it. So I wouldn't do anything to help push the story in a certain way. It wasn't on purpose. It just happened.
Okay. She's gonna be working on helping out chickens.
And you guys have the next 15, 20 minutes to engage in RP, or we can end now, it doesn't matter, but you guys have your first, I'm sorry, I had to sneeze, your first kind of trek through the Primordial Plains. Mr. Paul looks around and goes, well, that went better than I expected. The Primordial Plains is quite dangerous. Good job, students. We live to see another day. And in the distance, the burial site proper. Now, be mindful, our adventure truly was to get here, and that's where it begins. Everything up to now is just flavor in between. Flame.
Wait, but hold on. Those creatures, were they... Is that natural?
No, not natural. Though I am impressed they were able to retain their rune ability. There appeared to be some type of zombies or skeletons in nature. Whatever produced that tar must have produced those monstrosities.
And I'm guessing that's where we're heading now.
Precisely. We are within range of the Mouther. You're all still new. This is no disrespect to your skills, but I can already feel the presence of Mouther. That's because I fought them for so long. The rest of you may notice an itch on your body. Subtle. Till you get closer or more trained. Others, it may twitch in your eye, or just a bad feeling in your gut, faintly there like butterflies. The Mouther is close. Its kingdom not far off.
Do you tend to also sneeze?
Well, young Sora, just know that you guys did really good. The Primordial Plains.
Ooh, I need some ointment or something.
That is probably your Mouther reaction. Serves us all different.
I thought it was the second-degree burns.
You'll be alright. Guys, Far Inferno is with us. What Mouther could stand against it? Jester says Judas joking.
Yeah. Something to keep in mind, no fire around tar. Got it. Especially if that's what we're going into.
Look on the bright side. At least we didn't encounter Tyrannosaurus Rex, or worse, the Spinosaurus, which is far stronger than the T-Rex. They eat giant crocodiles for breakfast.
Of course they do.
Do you remember the part where I said people don't usually live in the Primordial Plains and it's larger than all the settlements combined? Well, this is why, folks.
It would have to be very impressive to live amongst dinosaurs if they did.
Regardless, we don't have time for another long rest. If we'd like to take a quick short rest before we continue our trek, Malder is nearby. Must seal it, or its curse spreads further. That black tar extends to more lands.
Yeah, I will need to take a second to take a breather myself.
I need every bit we can get.
Okay. We'll rest here then. Or away from the fucking fire.
Well, it's out now.
Well, away from the tar that makes the damn fire. Since someone likes starting fires. And it's not me, so let's go. This time.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll some hit die here.
If you like, I can tell you a story of Far Inferno while we're resting.
We haven't had enough already.
No, I feel like it was kind of appropriate at this time. If you like, you don't
It's
have.
thematic.
I don't have to.
We got the time for it, sure.
Yeah, AKA song. Song of
Yeah,
Rest.
I picked up what you was putting down.
I don't obviously don't know a lot of this. There's still a lot of lore to be put out there of Far Inferno, but I'll tell a tale of a great deed that she did, maybe a great battle that she was a part of. If Falcon, if you want to tell it, that'd be great. But
Okay, so as Shooter settles down for everyone to take your short rest, some of you may not be as interested in Inferno tales, but Mr. Far is zoning in as well. He tells you about the time Far Inferno set an entire village on fire. Now it's terrifying. Of course, you gotta make the story exciting. However, Far Inferno's powers and control over flames was more than the death usually associated with it. She surprises you as the civilians come running out. These flames were healing the settlement, and all of those things within it that were evil were getting burnt to ashes. When the fire settled, the property was cleaner than it's ever been. Nothing was destroyed, and the enemy had vanished all but from existence itself.
say as I was telling the story, I kind of put some like embellishments and like hand gestures to kind of go, and as I do, like, it's almost like little like translucent sparks or flame kind of come off of my fingertips as I'm telling this, and they kind of land on you, and that's what's is helping you heal.
Awesome. And Judith, since you're the one who owns the Song of Rest feature, you want to set in stone now that you're going to roll it in the future and everyone get that number, or do you like everyone rolling their own?
I think everyone can roll their own. It doesn't bother me.
Okay, cool. So you guys who haven't rolled the D6, if you've attended the story, you can go ahead and do that. Istafar will certainly do that. Preserve some of his hit dice. He will expend it. He'll expend 2. Down. Hey, you guys asked how the teacher died. Istafar's down. He's pretty strong. He's down 30 hit points. Right. As you all settle and rest, Mr. Farr stands up. Good story, Judith. The rest of you know we'd like to rest some more. Points in the distance. We leave the edge of the Primordial Plains, sands overtake its course. It's there, just beyond 2 worlds, that we take our final trek. God damn. You guys arrive on the edge. It's funny because it's objective. As you arrive there, you see a temple. Looks to all of you, tells you, oh, knew this wasn't going. creature that called Ashika. Told you it's called Ashikali? And I put you there. We can call the session.
Do not be afraid. Ignite yourselves.
I mean, you did that for us.
I know, but that's what the far furnace saying.
Points to the statue in the lead.
Well, let's get this shit over with.
That, my friends, Ashikali, Tier 5 Mouther. If she herself is here, we are all but doomed. Last I heard, she was sent to the mounted feed some 20 years ago. Perhaps we'll be dealing with her. In any case, our job and task to close this place. Otherwise, Palm will weaponize it against the world, just like she intends to do with the other site. Trust me, I would sooner die than let any of you fall. Are you with me? You refuse, I will travel back home with you. This will be a failure. I will not have you go into Ashikali's temple without being positive in the course of action you wish to pursue. He wasn't so obviously. It's like, well, we got here, so duh. But he didn't know it was Ashikali, so you think that he's a bit concerned.
If anything, we can then prevent other people from coming here unprepared when they know the threat. I know my path, and I follow it gladly. I am with you all the way, Mustafa.
Jonathan looks to Lewis next. You?
I came in knowing full well what was at risk. And now realizing just how much is at stake. Well, I think that just hardens my resolve. Let's do this.
The disciple of Fallen Furnace.
Of course, I have to go in to document how you all saved the day.
I love having a reporter on the team. And Amrut.
Well, since fire is so thematic right now, I'll say this. I'm no goddess, but my only mission is to burn the rot away. Let's get it done.
And feet. Wait a second. Those two camels right there. Oh, and Phoenix.
Destiny is what you make it. Just go make it.
And Jenkins. All right. That's everyone. He turns around. He loads his gun. He takes a single step forward. Really cool action shot photo. Session end. Woo! Good job, everybody. Made it through the Primordial Plains. It's a temple of Ashikali. Will be tested. May be destroyed. May succeed. After the stream, thank you for watching today. As always, I'm your host, Falcon. Time for me to fly out.
Beta stream.
See ya, see ya, see ya.
We didn't start the fight. Oh, wait. Hold on.
Out of fear, we kept running, tried to hide away. Can you hear? War is coming, beckoning our fate. This is the day that we stand up. This is the day alive and our victory's in sight. Only a sword in our hand, but we enter the lion's den. We're not waiting for a war.